All right. Yo, we are at day 2. Can you believe it? I don't know about you, but I am so excited. Listen, I see all the queens. I see all the chat, everyone going in the chat. You guys have been just sitting here waiting. Those who were here for day 1, I want you to put fire emojis if you were here for day 1. If you were here for day 1, put fire emojis in the chat. Let's go. I am here with some new co-hosts for y'all today. Y'all want to meet our new co-hosts? I'm pretty sure you do. I can't wait to show them and I just can't wait. I can't wait. I know you like, we want to see who's here. I know you do. And you will. Right now. Hey, Finn. What's going on?
How you doing?
I'm doing well. Listen. How we say? Listen, Linda. Listen, Beverly. Listen. Oh, real quick. Let's do a recap real quick from last night. When we got on, we forgot to do that other recap to say who else in the world was tuning in.
Oh my gosh. Let me tell you something. We didn't even notice it, but we had the Netherlands that popped in. We had South Africa that popped in. Taiwan. Okay? We had Spain, United Kingdom, and Italy. So it's a long list that was up there and just showing all the type of love and support.
All the love, all the support. Listen, I am just so excited about the next 2. You know, our co-hosts that we got with us tonight. Last night we had Andrea Adams from Her Story 1. Man, listen, I see some of the other BSA people back. What's going on? I see Special K Jr. She knows who she is. Oh my God, I see from the islands. I see someone from over in the motherland. Oh, here we go. But I want to bring someone who just always talks about you gotta grow. You gotta grow in everything that we do, right? Man, she's smiling because she knows exactly who I'm talking about. This queen right here, let me say, she just I gotta see this beautiful cheese and smile. Listen, it's about rock truth. I want y'all put in the comment, rock truth. Rock truth. Rock truth. Rock truth. Rock truth.
Come on, queen.
Or what? Nothing at all.
Ain't no other option. Ain't no other
Nothing at all. Man, listen, she got the whole Rock Truth dynasty here. I'm right sandwiched in between 2 queens. We got the WBNC over here. We got Rock Truth Nation over there. Man, listen. How you say, listen, Linda, listen. I need a Linda in this book. We got to get a Linda. We got to get a Linda. So, man, Queen. I know you had your show yesterday. So you blessing us with your presence today. Tell us what's going on in the world of Selena K.
Oh my God, what is it? No, seriously, thanks to yet another karate kick out the moving vessel. My film was featured in the International Black Film Festival. That also led to my first IMDb credit on the Ronaldo Ray story as the sound engineer. And then it's just leading to other projects with this production company, alongside the fact that we're also the production team for Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. We're doing our own filming and different things like that. And still out here highlighting kings and queens of his character as I, become. You know what I mean? Become.
Okay, as we become. We heard a lot of that theme last night about becoming, as you become, right? Ooh, and so we got another queen. So now we got 2 co-hosts tonight, y'all. We got another queen. Oh, I see. Oh, Miss Famjamda jumped in the room. But we're gonna bring this one. He is our roving reporter, right? For the CYWC. You guys are gonna hear me with this, whatever, nothing beats a JetBlue holiday, CYWC Expo 2025 in Philadelphia, coming December 13th. Make sure you come. But listen, none other than Miss She. Look, she got two names. Just like Mary Kay, we got Erica Joe. Come on, Erica.
Come
Man,
on.
listen. Come on, Queen. Come on, Queen. Come on, Queen. Come on, Queen. Come on, Queen.
Hey, how
Well,
you guys doing?
we doing amazing. We doing amazing. We doing amazing. So, Bev Brooks, we'll see you on the other side. All right. All right. All right. All right. So, listen. Well, okay, there we go. Yeah. So, Miss Erica.
Yes.
Miss Erica, our roving reporter. She did an amazing job. She was our roving reporter for the CYWC. She did her interview. She was catching all the styles and the profiling. She was just doing the ding dang thing.
The fashion, baby.
The baby. She was like the shoes.
I love it.
The fashion, the fair. She was just catching everybody at the conference because she was tapping into one of her loves when she used to have a magazine and she was doing all this. She had a professional team, y'all. So I'm gonna let her talk about her life. But tell everybody what's going on right now, or what you've been up to, what you was up to, just where you're at, so people know a little bit about you.
Man, let me just say, I am here in Virginia. After writing in the Her Story 2 anthology, it really opened up for me some vision about myself. At that point, after trying to squeeze what I wanted to say in that 1,000 words, it really made me feel like I wanted to take it a step further. So I started a book called Badass, and I've been writing on that. And I've been writing that for a little while. It is really a true testament. Like it is revealed to me step by step. So I'm taking my time with that. Also, Carolyn, I had to stop and think, what has Erica been doing? Erica has been a part of the Kadaga series. Erica has been acting. So, that has been, I have just, because of this book, I have begun to say yes to things I would normally say yes to. And so, and it's just kind of like one door at a time, working on things in that manner. And I'm really been working on myself. I am working on my third survival of stage 4 cancer. As you know what I'm saying? I like to say I've been through the fire, not even smelling like smoke. You know what I mean? I came out not even smelling like smoke here. You know what I mean? So I am in my third battle, and victory is mine, and I claim that. And so yeah, I have a lot of insight and passion about that. You know what I mean? About moving forward. So yeah, that's kind of like what I've been doing, taking care of my house. And I just purchased a house. I'm in it a year. So you know what I mean? Yes, ma'am. So I love decorating. So that's what I'm doing. I am determined to make my kitchen look like a Pinterest page. And that is what it is.
I like that.
So yeah, that's what I've been doing, creativity and writing, and a deep inner search of myself, and allowing God to pour into me so that I have enough of an overflow for those around me.
Come on.
And that's what it is.
Overflow. Listen. That's what this thing is about. Say that again. Overflow.
Overflow.
And you said some key words when you said yes. We talked about that all last night, about just giving your yes. And by you saying yes, it allowed you to this. Even though you was probably kicking and screaming, even if you were like, okay, as Selena K says, I be karate chopping people, but whatever. I don't be doing that. Whatever. But anyway, with love. With love. If I karate, listen, anybody out there, let's just see. Anyone out there that I may have karate chopped or kicked out the window, with love, put some hearts in the
yoga. Y'all thought she was over there practicing, and she was practicing that karate kick. It's a backwards twist in the back.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Okay. Good. The chat is silent. Oh darn! I was like, the chat is silent, and then here comes some hearts.
Yeah, I see. Monique has a bunch of hearts.
Monique is a witness, because Monique is a witness. She gets on the plane. She doesn't have a parachute. We got parachutes. Like, why you don't?
Oh, so good.
Yes, so good. Okay. All right. Listen. I am, because I have so much utmost confidence in y'all too, because I know my tribe, right? I know my tribe, but I'm just going to turn this over to you two, and let y'all rock this thing out. Give a different
Okay.
flavor. I'll pop in every now and then, but I'm gonna let y'all go ahead. Remember, we got our little handy dandy cheat sheet, and I'm going to just kind of fade out and let y'all two just rock this thing out. So as we bring, our first guest to the stage. How about that?
Whoop.
Oh, our
Here we
first,
go.
your BSA sister. Woo!
Queen.
You know, I mean, I don't know. Y'all two may could just have to talk amongst each other, like, yo, this thing, like, just pretend I'm not even in the room. How about that? I'm not even here.
All
All
right.
right, sis.
You grow, Queen. Go
Let's
ahead.
do it. Let's do the thing. Let's do the thing.
Yes, sis. Well, we're
All
bringing in
right.
yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah. All right. Well, first up, we have Miss Josephine. Queen Josephine, come on to the stage, sis.
Mm.
Where you at? Hi, boo, hey. Are we getting her? Are we? I'm so sorry.
Mm. So
Hear
while we
me.
wait
Oh,
for Josephine, up here she
there she
comes. All
is.
right, fantastic.
Okay.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yes.
can.
All right, thank you so much. It's an honor to be here and a privilege. I like the fire. It's so much. It's contagious. So thank you.
I love your
Amen.
voice. Where are you from?
Nigeria.
Queen, come on now. Ah,
Fantastic.
I love it.
Thank
Fantastic.
you.
Queen, tell us about
Yeah.
your journey with Her Story 3.
Okay. Okay, so it was some turning points in my life. I'd gone through life. There were so many ups and downs. So this particular incident was one that turned my life 360 degrees around. I used to be in that position where I used to be afraid to make certain decisions. But at this time, I had to make the decision. So what happened? I was on my very last job I had to take on, and I felt it was time to get out. And so that day I went to work, and then I got a lot of negativity from everywhere.
Mhm.
And you know what? I said, I think I've come to the point where I need to make a decision. And so with courage, I walked out of my what's the word? It was a very hostile work environment. So I walked out of my very hostile work environment, and I didn't know what I was walking into. I was walking into uncertainty,
Mm.
because how was I going to be able to live without a job? How was I going to be able to do all that? But like the queen that I call myself, I balanced my crown. I walked out, and then I was able to actually start on a new journey. So I believe that there's some journeys that we'll need to get on because God has ordained the journey. And then those journeys must be taken, even though they're difficult. It was a difficult 5 months for me to get out of job. And at some point, I really didn't know what I was going to do with my life. I just kept going round in circles for 5 months. But I was
Mhm.
happy I took the decision to walk out of the hostile environments that I was in. And guess what? There was a turning point. And then the
Mhm.
turning point was at that moment where I heard clearly from the Holy Spirit, and He said, the African Writers Tribe. And I said, what's that? And I just didn't know what it was, but by God's grace, I started to put myself in a situation where I prepared myself for what was about to happen. And so I started what I now call the African Writers Tribe. And then it's been 5 years since then.
Mhm.
What did I do? I first of all had to go through a little bit of clinical depression. It lasted
Mhm.
2 long years. And at that moment, I knew that God was taking me somewhere. But because of the uncertainty, I was always sad because I didn't know whether things would work. And then I just started to take baby steps. It was like I was a baby all over again. I was unsure of my steps, but I realized that when I put one step in front of the other step, clarity came. I started to understand why God had decided to make me pause and take me through the long journey. And so I started the African Writers Tribe. I first of all started to write my story. Now, writing my story was another depressing time for me because I wrote from the place of pain. I wrote but I knew that it was the right thing to do because I wanted to get healed of all the trauma I'd experienced as a child, as a grown woman, and of course as the woman that I am today. And so, by God's grace, this is 5 years after, and the African Writers Tribe has found its way to all the and to the ends of the earth. So we're at every point. And what do? We basically help people to write, publish, and sell their stories, and to heal as they write. Because I believe that writing heals you. So you may be going through a time in your life where it seems as though things are not working, and then sometimes God puts us on the bench and we sit back and we watch other people play. And then they keep playing, and all of a sudden we're saying, God, what about me? So I experienced the what about me situation, but God brought me to the point where I now help people everywhere get their stories published. So my greatest testimony was having to help an 87-year-old woman. She was a two-time or three-time cancer survivor, and she was able to actually write her story, and then it was therapy for her. And then for me, that was the very best thing I ever did. And I'm so thankful to God because I had to go through the process of coming out of a hostile work environment, staying on the bench for a couple of years, and then getting back on my feet and doing what I need to do. And I'm super excited, and that's my story. Thank you.
Oh, my. Can I just first of all, you walk out on the job, okay? I'm impressed with the baby steps that you took on your way to clarity. Can I just get you to speak to someone who is in a similar situation, a tiny bit more in detail on what it is that you did with those baby steps? What did that look like on a day-to-day basis? Because that took some real courage. That took some real courage, and you didn't know exactly where you were heading to, and to receive that clarity. On, like, give us a small snapshot as the what the day to day of those baby steps. What did that look like?
Okay, so the day to day looked like this initially. I would wake up in the morning and I would look into thin air. I would say a bit of prayer, and I would take my Bible and read a little bit, and I would cry all day
Amen.
because for me it's just like coming from a place of influence and affluence and then going back way down. So it was basically the very first seasons was wake up, pray a little because I couldn't pray a lot, read my Bible a little, and then cry a lot. So that happened the very first stage. And
Mhm.
so the next stage was hope. I kind of believed that I was going to come out of the situation. I kind of believed that I was going to get work again, and I knew. So within me there was a hope that would rise, and then I would always believe that a time will come when I will pick up the pieces of my life and then become the unicorn that I used to be, that I was, and even a better unicorn. And so that was how my day was. And then eventually the days came when it was hope, 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 excitement, put out myself there on social media, and I'll talk about all those dreams I had. Like Joseph, I call myself Josephine the Dreamer. So I would
Mhm.
come up on Facebook especially, and I'll put out my dreams, and people will say, "Oh, fantastic!" And there will be people that will not be very convincing about the things I would say, but then I didn't care anymore. So I was out there a lot on social media, and I began to tell my story, and I began to raise this network of women and of people that had been through what I went through. So it was now wake up in the morning, read my Bible confidently, pray confidently, and then show up on social media. And then I did it for a very long time, and then I picked up the pieces of my life. And then there were people on social media that helped me because I started to make money. I started to see that a lot of people started to know me. They started to like me, and then they started to trust me. And so for me, that was my day. But it all started with pray, read my Bible, cry a lot, pray, be hopeful, and then not cry that much, and then my confidence level, pray, read my Bible, show up on social media, and then have all this kind of beautiful pictures, and then have them know that, oh, I'm coming back. And so that's how my days were. That was the transition.
I'm just like, wait a minute. I'm just like, sister, you just allow me to ask one more question.
Please.
Listen to this here. This got me. You pray the words of God being seen and you watered them with your tears. I am blown by that right there. Absolutely. Thank you so much for what you were sharing. Thank you so much. Mary?
Queen. It's one thing I love to hear is the fact that God took you the scenic route. And that's imperative because we love shortcuts in life and we learn that there are no shortcuts. That 1,000 word marker. What challenges, excuse me, did you face cramming all of that in, including the watering of yourself, into 1,000 words?
So I didn't get the question well, so I need you to ask the question again
Sure
because I
thing.
didn't get it.
It's okay. 1,000 words. All of that information. What challenges did you face cramming everything into 1,000 words?
Okay. Okay, so it was a lot of the story was a lot. So how did I do that? I basically, in fact, you could ask you could ask Dr. Caroline. The book kept going, I don't even know how I made it here because I wrote that book 1,000 times. So
Yeah,
I
we
wrote
had
it the
to.
first time, and Dr. Caroline said, Josephine, you need to do this. And I said, oh, okay, how am I going to get this to work? And I kept writing and writing and writing until eventually she said, oh, it's fantastic now. So I don't think I did it on my own. I think I had Dr. Caroline help me because for me, I talk for a living. And then, like we say in Africa, I can talk for Africa. I talk a lot. So 1,000 words was not it wasn't something I could do. But I was happy that I was guided by Dr. Caroline and I was eventually able to make it. And then 1,000 words, that's a miracle.
Hmm,
Wow. Well,
fantastic.
listen, we got it done. We got it done. And I had to come on to acknowledge that, listen, you guys need to understand, like she took a nap to be here with us tonight because it's actually tomorrow for her. So
No.
we're the past and she's the future right now,
Woo!
right?
Woo!
So I she's the past and we're the future. So I just wanted to send, personally just get on again to just thank you. That's why we had to shift some things around because of the time difference. It's after midnight, where she's at right now in Nigeria. So all the way across the ocean, we thank you for being a part of this, for joining us. And listen, you can definitely stay on and be all in the chat and be with your sisters. Hopefully you took a nap that let you stay up a little longer, maybe a little bit. So, but thank you so much, Josephine, for being here. And listen, I just had to come and just acknowledge that because she's one of our international, she's putting us on the map for West Africa. We already have East Africa. Now we got West Africa on the fold. So
Hmm.
thank you so much.
Thank
So
you, Queen.
listen, ladies, man, listen. We got so many other queens in the backstage waiting to come on to get their 2 minutes in. So that's why I told we gotta get these 2 minutes in. Yeah, you know
Oh,
how I did, y'all. Yeah,
cool.
Y'all remember. That's that.
That's
Come
me.
on. So,
Okay. Got you on that.
Y'all think this is all right?
okay. All right. How you say? Say less. Say less.
Say less.
Sure.
So listen. I am going to turn this back over to y'all because y'all got another person to introduce.
Yes, we
So give me
do.
time to get the assets. Go ahead and see where they're from, and y'all can introduce our next one. And I'll catch y'all on the flip side. You know what? The stage is yours.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Well, you got our next guest coming to the
Man,
stage.
let me just say really quick that I am honored to serve with you. I'm honored to co-host with you. Your energy is fantastic. I love it. And we'll just bring on the next person. But I just wanted to let you know that
Yes, we
that I feel that energy and I am grateful for it. But while we say that, I want to bring to the stage. I want to bring the next writer in by the name of Tara. Tara Linda, I believe. Yes, yes, the beautiful and incomparable Linda, Terry Lindsay. Please come on to the stage and tell us a little bit about how you got started, what writing in this book has done for you personally and professionally, and give us a little bit of a tip and a little bit of insight as to your blueprint to success.
Hello, good evening. Glad to
Hello,
be on stage tonight.
fantastic.
Last night was awesome, and everybody talked about Dr. Carolyn, how she kept dragging them and dragging them and dragging them. But when I met her a couple weeks ago, she just said, "Send me your information. You're writing. I need your stuff in 2 weeks. You're on." Like she didn't give me no option. She didn't
That's
let me do
Carolyn.
nothing.
Yeah,
She was just like,
she don't give you
"I
time to
need your
think about
stuff.
it.
I need your stuff." And so we were sitting at the table, and we were just talking about some struggles that we had went through, and we talked about our story, and we were sitting at the table, and I was just sharing some things at the table, and we came up with BFMC.
Okay.
Mm.
Everything was beneficial for my children.
Oh,
So
all
I was
right.
married for 23 years, and so
Mm,
for 17 years I had no kids. So
mhm,
I raised other people kids. I have a lot of godchildren. I raised my brother, and so I just was an educator. And one of the things that I had wrote my story, how I wanted everything to be laid out as a child.
mm,
Okay.
What age I was going to get married, how I was going to have children, where we were going to live, all of this stuff. And so when in that 17 years I've had several miscarriages that I had sat in very in silence. And so all my pain, all my hurt was in silence. Everything that I did was beneficial for other grown people and nothing for me. And so I went to school. I got an associate's, I got a bachelor's, I got a master's, and then I started on my PhD, and then I stopped. And so in the midst of all of that, we in the midst of that, my health, I talked to my god sister, and she says, I was telling her some things about how I was feeling, and she says, "Oh, I do stuff by myself all the time." I said, "Well, what's the purpose of being by yourself if you have somebody with you? What's the purpose of just having somebody to lay in the bed with you? That's not a marriage." And so
mm,
there was a lot of voids in me because my desire was to have children. And so my desire was, because I was brought up in the church, because I'm a leader in the church, I did not want to be a statistic. And
mm,
so by me not wanting to be a statistic, I literally said, "Okay, God, I got to do something." So my health started being affected, my attitude started being affected, and just my thrive of life was starting to be affected. And so in the midst of all of that, God began to position me. I got an apartment, I moved in silence, I started packing stuff, and God told me to leave everything.
Mm.
But in the midst of leaving all of that, God opened the door. I have 3 beautiful children now. And
mm,
everything that I did in silence, I did it to benefit them. And
mm.
so now my benefit, what I do is what is beneficial for them and me together.
Right, right.
So
I
I
love
don't
it.
allow nobody else to come in and say, "You cannot do this, you cannot do that." Everything that I do now is beneficial for their future and my future together.
I love it.
Mm,
I love it. Queen, if you, since this is definitely about your children or the next generation, what is it that you're actually trading down? What message are you trading down to your children?
I'm
Um,
teaching them that no matter what somebody says, you can do it.
mm,
Never allow somebody else to come and dictate who you are. If you
mm,
have a goal, go for your goal, reach your goal. Connect yourself with people that have your back. Connect yourself with people that want to do what you want to do. A lot of times we connect with people that is beneficial for them, but
yeah.
we got to also connect with people where they will pour into us, where it's beneficial for us. So I teach my kids. I have them in a Mandarin charter school now so that they can learn and build their own self-esteem. My next goal is to also have them their own house so that they can already have revenue by the time they're out of high school.
Oh wow.
mm, mm.
Queen
I have
Erica.
to say, I definitely have to say, if you let the school system teach your children, then they're not being taught. So I applaud you for being an active parent in that, because they don't teach things like what you're talking about finances. Not enough. It's something that I think it would have been imperative to know, would have been learning about taxes, since that is something that you can actually go to. There's a prison sentence for not doing your taxes correctly. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I think that things like that are definitely important. I applaud you. One thing that you said that I needed to comment on is that you moved in silence. um I can't applaud that enough. Roger that. Sometimes when the seed is young, if you don't cover it, it can be snuffed out by sometimes people who say that they care about you, just imposing their own fears. So, Roger that. That is admirable.
Before you get
Absolutely.
out of here, Queen, where are you from? Where are you from?
I live in Columbia, South Carolina,
Mm,
and I can be reached by Hope23 services at gmail.com.
All righty. Thank you so much, Queen,
Thank
for joining.
you.
mm,
Woo,
mhm.
I love it. That move in silence is everything.
The move in silence. A lot of people don't know, but that's
Yes,
some real like player type
it
stuff.
is.
You know what I'm saying? That's a real player side. So I applaud her for that, and for
Yes,
taking on and putting her voice in her children, so that there's a voice of hers in the future. I,
yes.
I applaud that. Absolutely. Mary, you're fantastic. Thank you so much. Coming to the stage next. You want to introduce the next one?
Oh, I absolutely do, because I know
Absolutely.
this is my queen. Miss Monique is coming to the stage. Okay, that's okay.
No, you don't understand? Monique Neely, fantastic. Neely Mills, okay,
Yes.
fantastic. While she's coming to the stage, what you introduced her like she was a dear friend to you. What can you say about her?
Yes, you know what? Listen, I introduced her like she was a dear friend until the picture popped up, and I was like, "Oops, wrong person." However, I listen. I am a day one friend. Okay, not knee high, tree high. Day
Mhm, mhm.
one. That means from the moment I meet you, I lay down my
Yeah,
lifestyle, my life, and my lifestyle for a friend. And so,
yeah.
either way, this is my friend. Come on to the stage, girl.
I love this one. Whoever you introduced, I have not met, but I feel like wow. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Carolyn.
We going. Well, we gonna talk about it. We just saw her. She'll pop back in. She not here. We gonna have to slide someone, and we gonna have to go
Roger
on
that.
to the next one. So
Yes,
Who's
ma'am.
next? Who's
who's up
next?
next? Who's up? You know what? Real quick, while we figure out who's, y'all figure out who's next. I think
Yeah.
there was some comments in the chat, and I think we'll give
Mm,
a shout out to some of the people that's in the chat, like for being here. And I saw one of the questions. Someone wanted to know what was her story. Like,
mm,
we never even broke that down, right?
mm.
Her story. These are some phenomenal. Okay. Anybody from yesterday remember the number that I said for collectively how many people we have between her story 2, him story, and then her story 3? Anybody remember the number? If anybody remember the number, just pop it in the chat. And if not, I'm gonna give it like 2 seconds. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. So Monique. Oh, I see. 90. There we go. 90, 90,
90
90,
something.
90.
Wow. Thank you, Tammy.
Yes, 90, 90. That is where we're at. So I have, let me see. Okay, this is a shout out to Monique. Monique, you went in the wrong link. Go back to the email and go to the other link so we can get you back behind stage. But in the meantime, we're gonna bring the next queen up. So the next
Yeah,
queen on our list, I'm gonna let them turn it back over to y'all. But her story stands for healed, empowered, resilient.
I know
These
that's right.
amazing queens that are here before you, we learned last night, and that we're going to learn today. And even these two that are here right here, and who was on yesterday, they're representing her story too, which is together overcoming obstacles. That's what collectively we are doing as we are telling and sharing our stories. And and we support one another. This is more than just a book. As you can see, this is a whole movement. This is a sisterhood. This is it's more than, and it
Yes.
continues, and it
Yes.
continues, and you continues.
Yeah.
Not just me karate chopping people, Mary Kay. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Listen, we going
Sometimes people need a good karate chop to get.
just
You're gonna encourage her. You're gonna encourage her.
Just to
I'm
get
going
you
back behind
moving.
stage and y'all get the Beverly. No, wait a minute. But Beverly, why you back there doing this?
Because
Why you
Miss Bev knows these are witnesses. These are witnesses. You like the sandy cheeks of the
Uh,
what?
oh man. So we are that's the sign for the karate chop.
That's the watch her do it. Yeah, she
I feel like that song,
Okay,
whatever
that's
that
what's up.
song is, I think that's my theme song coming up. But you know what? I'm gonna bounce this thing out of here. I think you know what? Hold up. Wow. I think the next person, is
Is it done?
Anna.
somebody
It's
that's it's gonna be watch what we do. Watch what we do.
okay.
Hold up, wait a minute. Put some salt and pepper in it.
Okay, come on, Queen. Come on, Salt Pepper Queen.
Miss
Woo!
Donna. Gonna bring Miss Donna to the stage.
Come on, Miss
Come on,
Miss
Miss Donna.
Donna. Hey now.
Hey now,
Donna.
you're an all-star.
Hey,
Hey.
This is
Grand
I
Jam
Day
love your
on.
background. That's beautiful. What you got going on back there? That's beautiful.
Grand Day Queen. Please introduce yourself. Can you hear
Yes.
us?
Uh, turn your mic on. If you can't hear us,
Yeah.
we can't hear you. Turn your mic on. Miss Donna, we are while we're waiting, what do you know about Miss Donna? Oh, here we go. Miss Donna, can you say a few words? Can we hear you? We need to hear your voice. Ah, no, we cannot. Hit your microphone. Your microphone must be turned off. No.
No.
Okay.
All right. She may have to possibly reference to Miss Bev. Definitely, you may have to come back in. It could be in your settings.
Mm,
But in the meantime, yeah, we can bring up the next person if that's all right. That way,
that
we
is
go
all
right back
right.
around to you, Queen. And if we
Yeah.
can get Dornetta, where Dornetta at? Girl, come on through.
Okay.
Come on, Queen.
Okay.
Come on, Queen. Somebody count like
Yeah.
jingle bells, baby.
With the
Jingle
picture,
bells.
what the hell? Like, boo, like, where you at? Babe, where you at?
Yes. Ooh, there she go.
Okay.
Hi.
Come
Hello,
on through.
Please
hello.
introduce yourself. Tell us where you are from and tell us your journey with her story.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I am Darnella Waterton, and I am from Pennsylvania, but originally from Guyana, South America. And
Woo!
Mm,
yeah, um, how I got into her story. Actually, I was volunteering for the last year December event,
mm,
and then I got a little distracted and then came back. I went to a gala and I saw Miss Carolyn and she's like, Darnella, you are ready.
mm,
Come out to the backstage. You're ready to speak now.
Aw.
So she gave me, I'd say, 5 days to write this story. And I was working between, so I had 1 day to create this story. And my story is about becoming by letting go.
mm,
Because ladies, you're already perfect and whole.
mm,
Like we need to remember this that we have everything already within us.
Yes.
So my story is allowing us to remove what it's not true because you're already whole,
Yes.
perfect, you're already beautiful within and
mm.
without.
Yes.
So this is my story on becoming her.
Yes, Queen. Go ahead, Miss Bev.
Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. What I love about you that I see right now is that you are a gentle and powerful spirit. Just because of the way you said what you said, but the softness from your voice, I bet you are a still water that runs deep. I
Yes.
mean, you understand what I'm saying, Mary?
Mhm.
Did you catch that?
Yes. Yes, I did. And the peace within. Uh,
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
you
yes,
sold it. You
absolutely.
sold that. Queen. One thing about it, of course, letting it go or letting it grow, I would encourage people to, go and get a balloon, a helium balloon, and learn
Mm,
release it so you can get the feeling in your hand about releasing and trusting the process with this process that you went through, even though it was a short period of time. Can you describe it for us? What was your process to getting the story out?
Yeah. So I always wanted to be a speaker, but
Mm.
I've seen so much wonderful women. I'm learning so much. I thought they had, they had more experience.
Mm.
So who am I to come and speak? That was something I was battling with. So then I had to release those ideas because there's so
Okay.
much. So that's one of the journeys that I came releasing and understanding that you have something, you have a lot in there. So releasing that idea that brought me to the story of becoming, also the saving. We want to save everyone.
Mm.
Releasing that also, and know everyone has a savior already.
Teach, girl.
You don't have to be Captain Savior. Everyone has that savior already. So
Mm.
understanding that you feel good enough, you feel enough to
Yes.
build what you want within, build what you want without feeling selfish of not helping.
Mm.
I
Mm.
love it.
Mm.
I love it.
Mm.
Growing and throwing into yourself and
Mm.
allowing yourself to not feel guilty because they have that juice that you think you need to give. They
Oh,
have that.
Queen.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that was.
Listen, I
Brilliant.
gotta ask this question. I gotta ask this question. You talked about the process of releasing. Okay. I'm all about the process. I always want to know what the day-to-day of that looks like. Because when you say the process of releasing, I think that everybody has an idea of what that looks like for themselves. I want you to, if you could just for a moment, just share what the process of releasing looks like.
Mhm. I'm just gonna give you a little background too for
Mm.
some people. I first believed I had to learn how to even release. I was reading books and all of that, how to release, not knowing it's a natural thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You could
Yes,
just
ma'am.
let go. The process in my day to day life is when the thoughts come. I'm like, okay, okay. That may be a thought I used to have. Okay, you're allowed to be there. I accept everything.
Woo!
Good, bad thoughts. They are all one.
Roger
I
that.
accept it. And then with that, you're shining light on that thought to know it's love too. It's the worst of the worst thought.
Mm.
It's love too. Because you're accepting it. You're not pushing it away because it's just going to come up back. But
Mm.
the more you accept that thought, whatever it is in your life, I don't care what it is, the more you accept that thought, it gets quiet. They don't have that emotional energy stuck
Yeah.
onto it anymore. You know,
Mm. Mm.
even the
Mm.
thoughts, the feelings, if you're feeling like I'm still in the same place over and over, okay, all
Mhm.
right.
Come on now.
So yes, for my way, the biggest process for me is just accepting everything.
I love
Mm.
that. I love that. That is such truth. If ever it was before. Thank you so much, Queen, for gracing us with your precinct. Man, her story 3 has got to be Liddy because I can't wait to read yours. Your smile is believable. I can
Yeah,
see.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah. Fire in this
excited.
spirit.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you so much. Thank you. That was awesome to hear from her.
That was.
Absolutely wonderful. That quiet and strong spirit. I love that she actually went and read about how to release. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to do the research. I mean, if you really care about others, care about yourself first. You know what I mean?
Yes, ma'am.
All
Mary,
right.
say it again. Say it again for the people in the back. Why don't
Listen,
you please?
I don't even think they hear me. If you really care about others, care about yourself, put
Yeah,
oxygen
yeah.
mask on yourself first.
Self first.
See what you find out is that there
Yeah.
are people that can help themselves. They can put the mask on themselves. You ain't got to
Yes.
everybody in your row. And the people that you can't, that's who you'll be able to have that energy and momentum to be able to help them because they are the ones in need. Child, we got Donna.
Mm.
Come
Donna Preston, come on to the stage. Donna, where you at, girl? Where you at? Oh, where you at,
Keep
sis?
up
Where
with
you
move.
at? Here we go. Oh, Donna, we cannot hear you.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we cannot hear you.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
okay.
My goodness.
Queen, we got to get you right. That's okay. We'll wait for you.
Yes.
Okay,
We
you'll
will
wait.
wait for you.
We'll wait for
Yes.
you. In the meantime, let us go ahead and move on.
Yes.
Definitely have.
Let's go, Monique.
Yes, we got Monique back.
Yeah.
Yes,
Let's go
come
to
on, Monique.
Monique.
My new
Yeah,
friend.
yeah.
My new
Come
friend.
on.
Come on,
I'm
Monique.
gonna let you handle this because you know what I'm saying. The passion is there. I am going to sit and learn, glean, my dear.
Yes, yes. Good morning. I mean, good evening, Queens.
Good
How everybody
evening.
doing this evening?
Fantastic.
How are
I
you?
am I am stressed, right? So I'm sweating profusely because I was on the wrong side of things, not paying attention. So
Mm,
my
mm.
fault. But yeah, I'm okay though. God is great, right?
Roger
God is
that,
great.
roger that. You know what?
Yes,
Today, my father used to say this to us as kids, and I still say it today, that God takes care of babies and fools, and I ain't no baby. I was like, this is a humbling statement, right?
yes,
Do we do things that God got us anyway, and out of that mistake comes a blessing anyway. So,
yes,
sis, join the club, and you know what I'm saying? I say this about myself. You know what I mean? When I get into stuff,
yes,
I'll be like, God. You
yes,
know who I am. So, girl, look, I'm gonna let your friend, do your story. You know what I'm saying? Interview because she's so passionate about it. I don't even know who you are, but I love you anyway, just based on
yes.
the way that Mary introduced you. Man,
Queen.
Thank
go
you,
ahead.
Mary. I appreciate that. Love, love.
It was your name. It was your namesake for me. Queen,
Yes.
introduce yourself. Let us know where you're coming from, what country, what state, what city, and then tell us about your journey with her story. Hurry.
So yes, my name is Monique McNeely Mills. I'm from Philadelphia, PA. I decided to say yes because I've been saying no all my life.
Oh,
I always wanted to write. It always has been a passion for me. I would actually, when I was in grade school, I would write poetry and stuff like that. So I believed in myself, and but that was short lived because then I had to go through another process, because life was life, and right, and that was it was okay. Can you turn it down? Yeah, life was life, and so for me, yeah, I decided it's time to speak. And no, let me correct myself. God said it was time for me to speak because I had other stories that I wanted to put, but God said no. And I had to be obedient to what he said. And so that's why I'm here tonight. And it's because of Carolyn, my childhood friend. Yeah, she booted me. She kicked me to the curb. But it's okay. And I know it's all with love, to be pushed. So when I initially was, started writing, I kept putting the pencil down, right? Because I
Mm,
like to write, I like to use pen and pencil. I mean pencil and pad. Um, I kept putting it down because I still had self-doubt. I didn't believe that this could be happening with me. And what God has shown me is that I have plans for you. And with these plans that I have for you, you're going to have to share. You're going to have to tell your story. And so with that, I'm here today to tell you a little bit of my story. And it's called The Little Girl Within
mm,
Never Left Me.
mm,
Bear with me for a second because I'll be looking up and down, right? Growing up in North Philly in the 80s, it was a timeless era for music, but it had a harsh reality of the crack epidemic, and
yes,
that
ma'am.
shattered many lives. Um, as a young girl, I saw the world in high contrast, but dreams for a fuller life. But deep self doubt and with a deep, excuse me, but deep self doubt and an uncertain path. Um, at the age of 13, my life changed forever. Right, I faced the violation of a forced choice and a secret that became a heavy weight that I carried for years. I was taught that what happens in the house stays in the house. So I buried my trauma, my shame, and my tears leaving me feeling betrayed, isolated, and utterly unloved.
Mm.
I was just a shell existing in my own private hell. Excuse me, something in my eye.
Okay,
But that little girl, who was courageous, who fought for what she believed in, and who had big plans, she never truly left. Like
Queen.
this little girl, she
All
never
right,
left.
let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right because don't give them too much. They got the battle book, Queen.
Okay.
Yeah, no, they got the bag. No, they ain't getting this one for free. They got to buy it and get your story. No, I really love the ideology of that because I think that that is also a realistic or reality, excuse me, for so many queens that we have. That little girl has never left. Queen, do you have commentary for this? That was amazing.
I am sitting here listening to the strength and power in your voice, and
Yes.
listening to um, just the rawness
Yeah.
of what you are saying. I am very intrigued to read your story. And let me just say the building blocks that you are building will be able to withstand the weight.
Yes.
Um, you I just, you know what I mean? I'm sitting here and I'm listening and I'm just like, my thought while you were speaking was, God, what do you have for me to hear while she is speaking? What am I
Yes.
here to learn and glean from you? Because you said a few things, you said some things that I understood, the 80s and the crack epidemic, and what happens in the home stays in the home. Those are all very familiar things to me, and I understand that. And I'm
Yes.
just, you know, very interested into it, what you have to say. You know what I mean? So I'm a student right now.
You have a lot of
Thank you.
love in the comments though, man. They saying
Thank
love
you.
you, Mo. Your little cousin, they out here, they proud of you, sis. They showing so much love for you. You're powerful, different comments that's yeah, we love you,
Tell
Miss
your truth,
Vito.
love, Robert Mills.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, queen. Oh my God. Oh, thank you for so much for even sharing the insert. That was necessary too to get insight into who it is that you are. Thank you so
Yes.
much for gracing us during this segment. Queen, if you have another question for her, or we're gonna prepare for the next person.
I just want to ask real quickly, how did you transition? How did you transition from being afraid to having the courage? What was
God.
I just
it?
got before
Amen.
she
You
answers
said
that,
a
I
lot.
gotta say, love you, Mo. I just gotta come on real quick and just say, love you, Mo.
I love you, Carolyn.
So
um,
the process of moving, like, from, I don't know if it's the same for you, but when God asked me to perform something, to go out and do something, I
yeah.
hear him, but I also ask him the courage to move in what he said, because when he speaks to me, sometimes the enemy comes right behind that with the fears and the possible failures and the what could go wrong and all these this and that. So I'm always interested to hear in other people's stories, when you get a movement word, when you get a declaration, when you get a command from God. Sometimes before you are able to take steps in that direction, you have to battle fear to walk through the door.
Yeah.
So I always ask God for courage to walk through the door, right? Because
Yeah.
I can hear what God is telling me to do, but then I have a
Yes.
thousand excuses as to why it ain't time. I don't have the right tools. I don't have, you know what I mean? All this and that. So I'm interested to hear from you. How did you move after hearing the word of God and the declaration to move, to do what you needed to do? How did you combat fear in your relationship with God before you moved on to the next step?
So I was back in August. I had went to a convention with my women's group, and it's called Women of Wonders Ministries, and
Mhm,
I got baptized again. But
mhm,
before I got baptized, something had happened with my mother, and I was all the way in Florida, and I felt the way. And everybody was praying for me, telling me, Monique, your mom is going to be okay. you know um just try to busy yourself. It's all in God's hand and whatever. And I was like, oh, okay. I said, I need to go out for a walk. So I went across the street to the mall area, and I found myself talking to God. Then I started screaming, God, I trust you. I trust you. I had to get to that point in my life where that God is on God is what only matters to me, is that I trust you. Because in my life growing up, I had a lot of, I didn't, not that I didn't trust, it was just that I felt like, God, why I have to keep going through this? I didn't understand what his plans was for me. I didn't understand that he had better plans for me. And so I got to that point in my life where it was just like, God, I trust you. Right. And with that, with me saying, God, I trust you, that was a trust from when I was that 13-year-old girl.
Mhm,
Right.
mhm.
That
Yeah.
was a trust from way back then, because I didn't understand a lot of that I was going through at such a young age. Right. I didn't really have nobody to talk to. Right. When you sit and you think about it, you have people you could talk to, but I didn't trust anyone.
Yeah.
Mhm, mhm,
I didn't trust no one with the story of mine.
mhm.
And
Wow.
another thing of it was, in that trust, I had to let go of thinking about what other people were going to, how other people were going to think of
Come
me.
on, sis.
Yes.
Come
Yeah.
on, sis.
You with that? Yeah, I'm with
Come
that.
on,
Yes,
sis.
Yeah.
I had to let that go. Like, really, at this point in my life where I'm unapologetically Monique.
I
This is
love
who I am today.
Yes,
And I
yes.
love
Yes.
me. And I love my relationship with my father. It
Yeah.
is the most rewarding relationship I've ever had in my life. And through my relationship with my father, I was able to have meaningful relationships.
I love that. I love
Overflow.
that. Oh my God,
Yes.
Queen. Thank you so much for gracing us with your
Yes.
presence on this platform.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I'm a little nervous, but thank you
You okay? You
so
did
Don't
much.
be.
absolutely fine,
Don't
Queen. Thank
be.
you so much.
Yeah, don't be
Yes,
nervous.
Yes,
We all
ma'am.
made of the same dirt, going through the same things.
yes, yes,
Absolutely, absolutely. Real
Yeah.
quickly, what I hear from God for you is refinement. Repeated trauma is refinement. But
yes,
rest assured and know that God will not let that silver sit in the fire 1 second longer than it needs to. Because if he does, then the silver is ruined. It is
Mm.
ruined. So I hear for you refinement.
yes. Thank you. I receive it. I receive it.
Thank you so
Amen.
much.
Amen.
Righty, 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 righty. Yes, Lord Jesus.
See why you love her. I
I was
see why you introduced her the way that you did.
that was the
I see
Lord, child.
now.
That was the
Yes.
Lord, child. Speaking of introductions, we got Marlene coming on in. Come on, Queen. Where you at? Yes. Come on, Marlene.
Marlene, where you at? Marlene. Hey now.
Hey, boo. I love it.
Marlene Lewis.
Y'all hear me?
Yes, we can, sis.
Awesome, awesome,
How
awesome.
Hey.
are you?
Oh, look at the smile.
Wonderful.
Beautiful
I
smile.
am
Queen.
great.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Marlene, go ahead and get it started and tell us where you're coming from. Tell us where you're coming from.
All right. So good evening, everyone. Amazing job, ladies. I love the energy. I'm excited.
I love
I'm
the accent.
excited and thrilled to be here. A
Yes.
little anxious, which is normal,
That's
right? Because
okay.
we all been through that. But I am very thankful to have been given this opportunity to be part of this huge project. It is certainly a blessing, and to think that I don't get to do this with one, not two, not three women, but 24 other amazing, resilient women. In itself, it's beyond a blessing. So I am super, super excited. I'm honored, humbled for this experience. So I am Marlene Louis. I'm a little girl from Haiti. I have to
AT.
brag. This is the first time that we have a Haitian woman in the platform. So woohoo! Haiti Haiti
Yes.
represent. Miss Caroline know that I will brag about it. She's now a sister. She's from Haiti now. If y'all didn't know, just
Mhm.
saying, just saying,
Hey now.
just saying. Just saying. So really, my story, the title of my chapter is From Jam, A Journey of becoming. So femme jam in Creole, in Haitian Creole, means strong woman.
Ah.
So
Mhm.
it's really a story about me growing up and the experience, the challenges that I went through in my personal life, to be who I am today. But I think what is amazing about my story is the fact that this entire time, even as a little child, I was already resilient. I was
Mhm.
already dumb. I was already strong. And I
Mhm.
was in the process of healing, but I
Mm.
did not know the word for it, right? And I
Yeah.
think of many women out there that are going through the same challenges, right? Same experiences, and that don't really know the power that they hold within. So as a young girl, I went through some trauma, right? For us, back home, I was born and raised in a part of the country that was really rough. You think about gang violence, you think about insecurity, all of it. But I don't recall having any role model from the TV, from any TV, right? But I had my parents, my mother, my dad. I watched these people um, making it
Yeah.
possible with the very little that they have. But through it all, they always hold on to their faith and they instill that in me.
Mm.
And I am grateful and thankful for them because they instill something that no one can take from me. I am an earthquake survivor.
Mhm.
So I
Mm.
survived the 2010 earthquake that happened in Haiti.
Mhm.
Though we were fine, we didn't lose anything. Everybody in the family was okay. We did lost a few close friends, but we were okay. And this event was gonna change my life
Yeah.
completely.
Mhm.
Soon after I was gonna move to the US. Again, this little girl, I watch her, adventurous, bold, resilient, not knowing she was that resilient.
Mhm.
Coming to the US with a suitcase, thick accent. She was ready. She was ready to face the world, a world that she didn't even know what it was about. I watch her become a mother of three beautiful young king. I watch her being a wife, navigating through life, businesses, a career. She was able to build a career. She was able to turn rejection into redirection.
Yeah.
She was told no
Mhm.
many times that she can't even count. But each no that she was told, what she did is that she make it a challenge and she rise above. And when I talked to Miss Caroline, and she's like, "You need to come on. This is her story 3." And I asked her, "What is this story is about this person?" Because I know of her story 2. She was like, "Yeah, it's her story 2. This her story 3. This is what we do. This is what we're gonna be doing." And I'm like, "Okay, okay, let me think about it." I was thinking, okay, what do I write about? What do I share? Right? And what can I share? But then when she said her story 3, the next chapter, I'm like,
Mm.
that
Mhm.
clicked for me. So after watching this little girl going through so much, but then still overcome, doing things that no one could have thought would have been possible, I said, there must be something next, right? Um, as I was trying to build a career in this country, hospitality was where I started. And I remember first coming here trying to get a job. I applied for a housekeeping position, knowing that I don't know much English. This is a back of the house position. So it's easy. I know it's physical, but I'll learn it. I'll get through it. But I was told no once more. Why?
Mhm.
Because I didn't speak English enough.
Mhm.
That did not stop me, y'all. I am even higher and got a different position. But now, the same exact department that rejected me, I now lead as a leader of leader.
I know
So
that's right.
yeah, that's
Wow.
and it's all by the grace of God. It's all to persistence. It's all through the faith. It's all to just keep pushing, keep pressing forward, no matter what they said. It's all about showing up, even when you are empty,
Yeah.
even
Mhm.
when you don't have anything to give,
Queen.
even when they said you're not enough. Just
Mhm.
keep showing up. Just keep showing up and then invest in yourself and learning, go develop yourself so you can get to the next chapter.
Oh,
So
oh wow.
from Jam, it's a movement. It's a movement that is created to uplift women like us that, at times feel vulnerable, that felt like they can't anymore, that have been told no too many times to the point where they are questioning their worth and their value. So this is really a space that is created to provide those women, us, as Femme Jam, a space where we all can uplift each other. We can cry on each other's shoulders and rise again so we can live our full potential.
Yes,
So
ma'am. Queen. Thank you so
I,
much for sharing that with us. Yeah,
Mhm.
no,
absolutely.
yes, I love the ideology of strong woman. You definitely embody everything that a strong woman is. I had questions, however, you answered the questions without us even having to ask. So I'm grateful for that information. And we, do have other speakers that's coming on. So I'll ask Queen,
I
do you
have one last thing I want to say quickly before
sure,
I leave. It's a
sure.
must. I'm sorry, ladies. It's a must. I just
Okay.
want to remind all of you to do not stop, right? The journey of becoming doesn't require for you to have it all together. You don't have to have it all together. You
Yes.
just have
Yeah.
to have the faith and the strength to keep pushing forward,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
And then humble yourself so you can continue learning and growing through that journey. So we all are from Jam and we all are becoming. So thank you. I'm excited to be part of this journey
Thank
and can't wait to see
you.
you all in December.
Thank you, Queen. See you soon.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Yes, 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 yes. All right, Queen. Uh,
Yes.
okay, okay. She said we still have time. We have time for a question. So, yeah, I
Go
want to
for
make
it,
sure
ladies. Go
yeah, I
for
want to make
it.
sure we stay on task. I want to be obedient to the assignment. And so, we
Mhm.
do have other people that's in the waiting, and then we do have a time constraint. However, yeah, I want to ask the question. No, excuse me. I've talked enough. Queen, ask your question. Ask your question.
I heard you talk about in the I heard you talk about different people coming to say what you weren't.
Mm.
And I listened to you say to yourself that you just kept coming, like you just kept showing up. Tell me some of the things that you use to extinguish those fiery darts coming from people who said that you couldn't do what you couldn't do.
Say that again. The last
I
part of the
heard
question.
Okay, so I'm asking, what
Mhm.
did you do to what tactics did you use to extinguish the negative comments coming from other people about what you wanted to do and what you were trying to accomplish?
So to sit here and tell you there's a specific tactic will be
Mhm,
really lying to you, right? Because
mhm,
we all react to things that happen to us differently. And you
mhm.
don't know really how you're gonna be or how broken you're gonna be until you are facing a specific situation, right?
Come on and tell the
Um,
truth,
for
sis.
me,
Yes.
for me personally, it's I will cry. Oh my gosh, I'm a crybaby. I will cry, I will praise, I will scream.
Yeah.
I have couple people in my circle that I trust that I will talk to and I will vent, right? I will come home and lay it, into the family and all that. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and I'm gonna say, you know what? They can say whatever they wanna say. I am determined. I know who my God say that I am, and
Mhm,
I know the potential and the fire that I hold within me, and I know I can do it because I believe to God. You can do all things. And one thing that I strongly believe in, it's if God put you in a position, it's because He already equipped you with all the resources so you can be successful. He will never put you into a position that you are not capable of.
mhm,
So this, like my fit, I will tell you, but despite everything else, my fit is like the driver that really kept me pressing forward during times where I should have just said, you know what, I'm done. I'm not gonna do it.
Oh,
And
mhm,
at times, what I will do, I will shift my focus to something else. Like I'm always like, Treven, what's next? What's next? What's next? What's next? I'll pause on something and then try something else. But I never stop. I never stop.
mhm,
So I think the key
mhm,
really is your faith, if you're a believer. And if you're not, Just become one. Just become one.
I love that. I
Just
love
become one.
that. That's a way to
That
end
is
this
Just
segment.
become
absolutely
one.
fantastic. I love your faith. I love your courage. I love your drive. It is inspirational, and I truly respect where you're coming from and your honesty about it being ups and downs and left and right, and not just a straight line from failure to success. I appreciate that. Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely, Mary.
No, thank you so much, Queen. Thank you
Right,
for everything
ladies.
that you brought, even the questions that were in the comment section. You answered them. So we thank you for gracing us with your presents. Have an amazing day.
Fantastic.
Oh
Her
man,
face, like her face, like in the face of the enemy, is just absolutely like
yes,
something to really take note of. I have to say,
yes, because it's a smile.
yeah,
It's the
beautiful,
smile, baby.
absolutely beautiful.
What I
Yes,
saw you coming from afar. Woo. Speaking of which, come on, Miss Ethel. Where Miss Ethel at? Come on, look at her.
after
Everybody
all,
is so cute.
beautiful, looking like Sanaa Lathan in her
Hey,
photo. What?
hey, something new. Come on,
Yes.
bring something new to the platform. Hey, Queen.
So many people say, I'm like, I do not see the resemblance, but I'm always being told you look like Sanaa Lathan.
That is true. It's true. Accept it. It's beautiful. She's beautiful. You're beautiful. Accept it. It's true. But come through with the okay.
See it? You
You
see
need to stay and blow
Wow.
it?
there.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I
Oh
appreciate
man,
that.
Queen. Tell us where you're from and what your story is.
I am coming to you from Stone Mountain, Georgia.
Mm,
Um, I am the CEO and founder of a nonprofit organization called the Queens of Hearts Girls and Women Empowerment Organization.
wow, beautiful.
And I've always been that person who, lobbied and went to bat for other people. And, as women, um, mothers and wives, or we tend to we nurture, we're
Hmm.
nurturers.
Hmm.
And so, we want to see about other people, and um, we sort of sometimes we neglect ourselves, and
Yeah.
we pour so much into other people, whether or not it's being poured back into us. And so I loved heart. I always loved heart,
Mm,
and and was loyal, a loyal person. I'm loyal, to friends, to mates, or whoever.
mm,
I'm a loyal person. And
Mm,
being the CEO and founder of this Girls and Women Empowerment Organization, people would say, "Oh, you're so strong," you know. And I was going through this situation, and I couldn't show my weakness because I felt like I had to be strong for these people. I had to maintain this image because I'm telling girls and women how to be queens, what a queen you are, and how
mm,
you should be treated.
mm,
But I got into this situation um, with a person, and like I said, poured my all into it. Um, Opened myself up to this person to be hurt. I was there for them all the time, listening to them, what they were going through. And it came to a point where it was like, I was not being reciprocated. My love was not being reciprocated. What I was pouring into them, I was not receiving back. I was
mm,
shut down a lot. I could not express my emotions. I could not express my feelings, and ended up just being really torn apart, just ripped apart by this person. Um, Found out that that they really did not care for me, and when I thought about it, everything that I had gone through, I was not shown any love. I was not shown care, but I had poured so much into this person. And I came to the realization that you are constantly telling other people what a queen they are, and how they should be treated, but you're allowing yourself to be treated
Oh,
total opposite.
All right, Rock True.
And
yes.
I I cried and I prayed about it. And when they this there you're always been told God won't put more on you than what you can bear.
Yeah.
And it just I came to the realization, and like, God, I can't bear this pain. I'm not strong enough. I need your strength to help me through this.
Mm-hmm.
And assuming I just got to the point where I was just tired of trying to bear it
Mm-hmm.
alone.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, God, I give this to you. I give all of my pain. I give all of my hurt, all the negativity. I give it to you. And of course, it didn't. It wasn't lifted all of a sudden, but day by day, it got easier.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
So my title was Deliverance Through Pain. And God did deliver me through that pain.
yes,
And I no longer feel that hurt, that
yeah.
disappointment. I let go of the negativity and I put it all in God's hands.
Thank you, Lord, Queen. You, man, that is absolutely an amazing story. I think it is extremely relative, especially with someone like myself. When you started describing those characteristics, I'm just like, whoa, yo, she's describing me. And when you're saying that God won't put more on you that you can bear, yes, He will. How do you become stronger? You have to flex spiritual muscles. So if you keep pumping 10, how do you flex? You know what I mean? And so you needed this moment, like you said, in order to discover, hey, there's a way in which I too needs to be treated. Queen, do you have a question for her?
Man, I'm listening to your story with not only my ears but also my heart,
Yeah.
because I share also with Mary about when you talked about everyone else, you telling everybody else how, but you need to receive for yourself. And the
Yeah.
word that I carried for a long time was reciprocation. And if there was no reciprocation, then I need not entertain it. What I found out was that it was easy to say what should be done, but it was difficult to walk out and
Woo.
maintain those barriers, right? I also found out that when I was feeling great, it was great. I felt good about saying these things, and I really meant these things at the moment. But when loneliness crept in, then that's when I became weak and I began to accept things that I wouldn't normally accept. So, in saying that, I see that you were a seed that was buried, right? And so, with all this pain that you were buried with, when you first felt that you had received the revelation of if basically if there's no reciprocation, you know what I'm saying, I'm drawing that boundary. If you would not mind share if you had scriptures that you use to fortify that thought, would you share with us those that word that you would use to fortify those thoughts? Because I'm trying to tell you, it's difficult to actually sometimes walk out
Mm,
your plan. It looks great on paper. It looks beautiful on paper. But to walk that out takes a serious strength to walk that out, because sometimes you got to say no to somebody you love. And
mm,
that's not easy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
So,
if you wouldn't mind, would you please expound on that a little bit about the reciprocation part? Because that really got to me, because that was definitely something that I had to deal with.
okay. Yes. Like I say, as mothers and wives, and I think as women as a whole, we tend to be nurturers,
Yeah.
and we want to see about other people and neglect ourselves.
mm,
We will put ourselves out there so much, and want to take care of other people, want to take care of their feelings, take care of their needs, and we neglect our own.
yeah.
Mhm.
So oftentimes I think of the scripture, and it's not does not so much apply to this particular situation, but um I think when my heart is overwhelmed, lead me to the rock that is higher than I.
Come
Mm.
on.
And yeah, so many times I think we have to go to that rock. We take our cares to the throne and leave them there. So that's why I say, God, I give it all to you. I leave it with you. I'm through with it. You know.
I love that. I love that, Queen. And just the words of encouragement for you and anybody else who she described when she was talking about the characteristics of, chosen people, his queens. Continue to be you. Don't let circumstances change up who you are. We have to manufacture it this way to love his way. So, yep, it's more pain ahead. Learn
Mm,
from yesterday and keep it moving. Thank you
mm.
so much,
Absolutely.
Queen.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Yes,
Thank you.
ma'am. All righty, righty. We got Miss Tammy coming on.
Listen, wait, hold up. When she was talking about the rock, didn't that song come in your mind? Go through the rock. What did you say? Did you not hear that? I
I
heard
didn't.
that.
I thought Rock Truth every time I think. So I got Rock Truth on my mind. Queen.
Listen, I heard that song all in my heart.
Yeah,
Give me my tambourine. Where's my tambourine?
girl, come on, don't get me started. Don't get us started. We have a whole nother party going on.
Oh, so good. Who's next? Who we got
Girl,
next coming
Tammy,
up?
girl, we got Tammy, girl.
Tammy.
Ah,
Come on, Tammy.
girl,
Thank you so
everybody
much.
cute. Everybody
Come
cute.
on, Tammy. Where you at?
Yes. Grace us with your presence. Come on, Tammy.
Here
Usher,
she comes. All
usher.
right.
Hello.
Beautiful with all the green. It's just a color of renewal and refreshing. I appreciate it greatly. The
Absolutely.
start of new life, all that green. Yes,
Absolutely.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead. Go ahead. Mary, what you got? What you got?
Now introduce yourself. Please tell us where you are from because her story is repped all around this grand country. Okay, she's taking over nations. So let us know where you are from and give us just a brief synopsis regarding your story. We want people to buy the book. We don't want them to be like, "Oh, I heard it on it." No, you got to buy this.
So I am originally from North Carolina. I live in Maryland now. Um, Not a native. I will always be a North Carolinian. I did want to give a little homage before I give you my synopsis
Yes, ma'am.
of what I wrote to Dr. Wilson. I was thinking about her today, and to make a long story short, this is what I wanted to say to her. There was a saying I used to say to my mother, and I would tell my mother, you are perfectly imperfect,
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Mm,
just for me."
Mm.
mm,
And I want to say that to Dr. Wilson. I
Aw.
listened to everybody last night and tonight talk about the chop. They talked about how she encouraged them with words and without words. And I wanted to tell Dr. Wilson that
Judo.
you are perfectly imperfect just for us.
Yes. Yes, she is.
I often hear people, even when we're on live, and they try to wonder, they sit back and they wonder, how is she doing all that she does? But when you look at the matriarchs and the patriarchs of the Bible,
Yes, queen. Yes.
they're not perfect people,
Come on, queen.
but they were perfectly imperfect.
Mm.
So much so that they were chosen, and they're still being talked about today
Yes. Sis.
because they changed lives.
Mm.
So that's what I mean when I say, Dr. Wilson, I honor you. I
Mm.
thank you. That's why all of us are a part of this vision that God gave this perfectly imperfect woman.
I love that. I love that.
I wanted to give her
yes.
flowers while she was living.
Oh.
Come on now. Come on.
So
Come on.
my story is the journey home.
Mm,
And
Mm.
to describe the story, I have to ask questions. So a question would be, have you ever felt like you were in a room and the oxygen was drawn from the room and you were suffocating,
mm,
but it was only affecting you? Everybody else was thriving, but you were dying.
mm.
Have you ever been given something that you absolutely did not ask for, but you were expected to take it?
Mm.
Have you ever carried something
Mm-hmm.
that was so heavy that it tried to destroy your past? It's affecting your future and demanding you to take it to your present. I mean, to your future.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So I raised my hand. I was her.
Mm.
That was me. But what I discovered is I had to take a journey. And if you ask, what is that journey? I had to take a journey to discover who I truly was designed to be.
Teach,
I
teach.
needed to see the blueprint
Yeah.
Mm.
because everything that was visible to me was telling me I was something that I was not.
Mm.
And it was trying to force me to believe it.
Mm.
The gifts that I was given, I wore them like a badge of honor.
Come on.
Mm.
Trauma, self hatred, low self esteem. There's a lot of badges in life. Those
Yes.
are just a few. And I wore it like a badge of honor because I was enlisted in an army called life.
Mm.
And
Mm.
I had no instruction. That's not to say I didn't have good parents. I'm saying I had no instruction. Instruction.
Teach, Queen. Don't play on them words. Play on those words. I
So
love
at
that.
the end of the day, I
Yes.
had to take a journey.
Mm.
I had to walk in order to discover who I was created to be. So my story will take you on a short synopsis,
Mm.
Mm.
a brief understanding of where I was to who I am today. I can boldly tell you that on this journey it's not easy. You will have to work, but the end reward is you will discover you are a designer's original,
Come on, Queen.
masterpiece, a
Yeah.
one of a kind masterpiece.
Come on, sis.
How do I know? Prove me wrong. You don't have my DNA or my fingerprint.
Come on,
Come
sis.
on, Queen. You absolutely
So
correct.
on the road to traveling home, understand that it is not easy, but it's worth it.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm.
Yes, ma'am. Oh my gosh. I love that. I love that. We actually have similar titles. Mine was, back to origin, getting back to origin. You're absolutely correct in everything that you say. And Queen, go ahead. Your question. You're up.
I'm sitting here trying to take in all that was said, processing all that was said because so the blueprint.
Mm-hmm.
In my book, I talk about the blueprint, creating the blueprint,
Yeah.
and then when I battled cancer for the second time, it was like the enemy was mocking me. And
Mm.
so on everything I had said about myself, every example I thought I was setting, every battle I had fought every single day, and I went back to the blueprint after becoming flustered, after becoming feeling like I wasn't going to make it. I went back to the blueprint of how I got over the first time.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm so encouraged by your words because you talk about the journey inward. And not many people talk about the journey inward. And when they do take a journey inward, they don't come back with any gems to share.
Yeah.
And so for you, I say you know, am grateful for the conduit that you are
Thank
because you took a journey inward and you came back with gems to share. for
Yes.
those to help us along our journey. What I will call you is a light on the path of someone's journey.
Yeah.
You
You.
know, you are like a Harriet Tubman going back to retrieve. And it seems as though you have done it over and over and over again.
Yes, ma'am.
And you wear that wisdom well, I must say. This is not much of a question, but more of admiration and respect for what you have said. I'm very curious to read what it is that you have put
Mhm.
forth. And I hope that there will be other books that come from you,
Absolutely, Queen.
because you definitely have something to say and something to share amongst the other BSAs that are here. It seems like with each and every guest that we have on, I am more and more encouraged. And so, if you could, you know, share your the pivoting point that changed it all. What was the pivoting point that changed everything?
The pivoting point for me was understanding that I don't know who I am.
Teach.
Mhm. Mm.
When you ask someone who are
Come
they
on.
tell you their titles,
Yep.
they
Yes.
tell you what they do,
Yep.
Yeah.
they never tell you who they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in order for me to understand who I was, it was not the labels that people gave me,
Teach.
Mm.
because I've learned it's not what you call me, it's what I answer to.
Ooh.
Mm.
But
Mm.
I also learned I was answering to things that you were calling me because I didn't know who I was.
Mm.
Teach.
Mm.
You can only answer and stand up in unapologetic authority.
Yeah.
And the authority is the confidence of God. People look at it as arrogance. Arrogance and confidence is different.
Teach.
Mm.
Arrogance is me trying to convince you of who I am. Confidence is me just being.
Queen. And
And
know
when
it,
you
honey.
realize and you look at that blueprint and you realize who he made you to be,
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
scars, with your bruises,
Yep.
with your mistakes, with your good days, your bad days, your hair days, your no hair days, your wearing wigs, no makeup days, overweight days, menopause days, whatever day behind dot, dot, dot. When you realize that he takes every last bit of it and he made you a designer's original, so much so that nobody before you, dead or alive, nobody after you,
Yeah,
dead
girl.
or alive, has your fingerprint.
Mm.
That's how special you are to God.
Mm.
Every cry, every tear you drop, he says, I bottled them up. Every hair on your head got a number. When 5,672,892,424 falls out, he knows it.
Come on, Queen.
So
Come on,
why not
Queen.
look to the blueprint maker? But
I
the
know that's right.
but we're afraid to do that. We don't trust. There's no middle line. There's no gray.
Mm.
It's either black or white. Either you trust or
Hey.
you don't.
Come on, Queen.
If he says do it, either you gonna do it or you're not. It's not, well, no, trust. And that's the place I had to get to. I
Mm.
had to get to a place that outside of everything,
Mm.
he said, I am the apple of his eye. I
Yeah.
don't care what you say.
Yeah.
He said.
You better teach,
And
Queen.
I started believing that. Because why not believe? I'm getting ready to get off. But let me say this. How crazy is it if
Mm-hmm.
you got a car and you gonna look at your co-host and say, you know what, my brakes squealing. Girl, what should I do? When you got the manufacturer that put it in a manual for you,
Teach.
gave you directions A, B, C, and D. That's what we do.
Absolutely, Queen. You better teach, Queen. I love the comments. They're saying you are wise, and you absolutely are showing wise domination. It is wisdom all over you. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presents. Have an amazing day.
You too.
Yes, ma'am.
Woo!
Woo woo. Oh
I'm
my.
gonna just, I just have to sit in that.
Yeah,
There was nothing to say,
yeah,
but
yeah.
the wise thing to do was to listen.
I love that. And you know what? Let me tell you what we need to be listening to. The fact that everybody keeps saying the same thing. Everybody keep highlighting the tactic that is being used against us, fear and doubt. And if we can
Mm,
just overcome our fears, I mean, just meet Miss Carolyn. We were talking about fear less until you fear not. Just fear less and
mm,
less and less.
and
See,
less and less. Yeah.
bam. All righty, all righty. We got Miss Deborah. Come on, Deborah.
Deborah,
Debbie Boo.
come on through.
Yes.
Love the photo. Come on with the photo, with the
Let
color,
me
with
say
the
yes. I'm gonna
come
do
on
that.
through. Ah,
Hello. Hey.
How
Hello,
are you? I
ladies.
love
How do I
gorgeous.
follow that?
fabulous.
These
Let's
ladies have
just
been so
walk in
amazing.
the door. Style.
Thank you, ladies.
The glasses, love. What do you have to share with us? Oh my.
Yes, please tell us your name. Tell us where you're coming from, and then give us your brief synopsis of her story in her story 3.
Well, hello, my name is Deborah, and I am originally a native of North Carolina. I'm currently living in Georgia by way of the DMV area, which is where I grew up for the most part. And I'm originally a farm girl, which I wear proudly from North Carolina. I am the 11th child of 12. My mother actually she birthed 12, a dozen human beings. And so it with with growing up on the farm and being next to my mom, I really did not enjoy farming and gardening so much when I was young. But my mother was not raising gardeners; she was raising women and men.
Mm, mm,
And a lot of the name of my story is The Gardens of Our Lives.
mm,
And when I was approached about sharing a story, I didn't know if I had a story, although I know that I've said many times everyone has a story in them. I spent a lot of time in my garden, a lot of time in my garden. And it is in that garden that I get close to nature and I speak to God.
Mm.
And one of my favorite scriptures is that of Matthew 17 and 20. It is that Jesus says, if you have the faith of a mustard seed, you can say to the mountain,
Mm.
remove hence under, and it shall move.
Mm.
And nothing shall be impossible for you. And I am at a point now with gray hair, um, less flexibility than I used to have. Um, Lots of challenges are in my life, and I have to resort back to that in which I knew. And much of that helps me to rely on that faith, the faith that I get when I tend my garden. It
mm,
is eating, the pruning, the things that are necessary for us to become the people that perhaps we want to be. It's
Yeah.
experiencing the blessings. And I remember the blessings that I have in growing up in such a large family and growing up on the land, especially land that you owned. It was
mm,
the dynamics of self-expression, survival, and sibling rivalry that many have spoken about, what planting seeds into other people, and
mm,
perhaps sometimes not always reaping what you thought you had sown into other people.
Yeah.
And that's a bit of a disappointment that sometimes we take onto our lives. But in the garden, we realize that even Jesus had problems. And when he had problems and he needed to sort things out, he went to the garden. We know
mm,
that the Garden of Gethsemane is one of Jesus's favorite retreats and places to go. So my story is that of um, the garden of our lives, the things that we reap, the things we sow, the fruit that we expect to harvest. All of those things make us who we are. And but the faith is the thing that will carry us through in our relationships. And currently, what I have learned to live is let's say I'm in the last trimester of my life, and we're going to break it down into threes. And we still continue to have life and to have challenges, and we will. Lifing can sometimes get the best of you if you don't get the best of it. And so my story is very much about my garden, the things that I've loved in my garden, how I cultivate and I'm rooted in God's word in my garden. And that mustard seed is so mighty. And I carry a visual with me of a coin with a mustard seed as I pray, because the mustard seed is the very smallest of all seeds. As a matter of fact, this is one of the little coins I have. And if you see right in the middle, you see that little mustard seed? It's one of the smallest of all seeds, but it is mighty. And when you plant it and when you see it come up, that is the hope that sometimes we hope for. I had a small plaque in my garden for quite some time that says, to plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow.
Yeah.
And that quote stays with me. Every season, I begin the familiar ritual of planting and watering and pruning and weeding and watching with hopeful eyes. I anticipate what's to come. And there's something sacred in the act of tending to something that you cannot yet see and trusting that it'll grow, and that is faith.
Oh, I love the every bit of that, Queen. I just glean from your elegance and your poise and your pop
Yes, ma'am.
and your lingo. What you say? How you say tell that mountain how what? Girl, what? Tell that mountain what? Be moved, girl. Oh my God, you straightened my whole back up. I love that. I love that. One of my professors, they gave me a book called In Search of My Mother's Garden. I believe that. I mean, Our Mother's Gardens. I think that was Nikki Giovanni. I think so. But I remembered that book, and I remember the title of it and how important it is, to be in search of the gardens from our mothers or our ancestors, so that we can gain knowledge, like you said, about the earth regarding ourselves, and then have that hope in the possibility of tomorrow. That's all I wanted to say. I've been gleaning over here like Ruth. Girl, my back is like this. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you.
Go ahead. Girl, she didn't straighten your back up. Girl, shoot.
Oh my goodness, where are you something else? You something else. Man, I love the way you parallel life with the garden because it is a visual that is tangible, I must say. Um, you talked about the expected fruit. That kind of stuck with me a little bit. And I wanted to ask you, when you plant and you expect the fruit, when the fruit doesn't come the way when it doesn't come because of life circumstances, tell me, how do you go about moving on? How do you move from that? You're forking the road at that point. So now you've planted, you are expecting, it does not come out.
Well, that is life. That's what happens in life. There's a lot of times that we plan on one thing and something else comes. This year, I planted for the very first time asparagus. And I was expecting to eat asparagus from my garden. Well, it grew much different than I had anticipated that it would grow. And then I did a little research about the asparagus. And sometimes when you plant and it actually is a root that you put in the ground. And what I have learned is sometimes it may take up to 3 years for you to have mature asparagus. I didn't know. Now I know. And so what will happen is I will cut it off as I'm preparing my garden for the fall. I will cut it off at the root, the tops, and I will let it continue to grow and mature and become of age. But what happens is now I know what the expectations are. And sometimes that happens with people. Sometimes I am very much of, when people show you who they are, believe them, just like the things in the garden. Now that I know about the asparagus, I know now how to plant and work around it. The same thing with people in our lives. Once they show you who they are, so you now know that this is this person or this particular thing needs to be navigated a little bit different. Perhaps it's not suitable for my garden anymore. Maybe there are some things, for instance, melons. I used to plant watermelon, cantaloupe, honeydew melon, but I found that I had a lot of vines and very little fruit. So it was taking up more space in my garden than I had anticipated with very little results. So now if I want a melon, I go to the store and I buy it. I don't put it in my garden because of it tends to often outgrow some in its space. And it's just like relationships. Some relationships can tend to be toxic. There are some plants that just don't work side by side very well together. So what happens? So you'll find a lot of people that's got a lot of vegetation, a lot of vines, but it doesn't amount to a lot of character or person with or a person with personality, that type of thing. And so you have to you live and you learn. So yes.
Yeah. Wow. Well,
I'm sad that the time is up.
Really?
Truly.
I did have a question too. I love because you just said something that triggered something. I'm like, yo, let's get to this garden and things that are perfect next to each other, right? But thank you so much, Queen, for gracing us with again your presence, your poise, your posture. Oh, girl, I'm like this for the rest of the year, honey. You see that shoulder? You see it? Yes. Thank you so much, Queen. You are.
Thanks. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Just, I don't have words.
She does that to you.
Once again, you just sit and listen.
Well, I hope that you guys will enjoy my chapter in the book, and it's called The Gardens of Our Life. And I hope my story and inspires everyone. And I'm just absolutely delighted to be a part of this project.
Man.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Have an amazing evening, Queen.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
When I said yes, listen, when Carolyn called me for this, I just said yes, not knowing I had nothing to bring to the table. I just said yes, right?
Me too.
And is your girl eating? I am eating over here. I am at the table eating, baby.
Eat it up, eat it up, eat it up, Queen.
Eating.
Girl, you heard everybody just stand up. We just be rolling with Miss Carolyn. Anybody she get. You see, she's practicing. That's not. She's practicing, guys. She's practicing. It has been an amazing time hosting with you. It is time for me to say good evening to you all. I thank you so much, Miss Carolyn, for allowing me to be on this platform. I'm with you. I have collected gems that were necessary for my being and my becoming as I journey. And so thank you, Queen.
Yes. Thank you so much for taking time and being here and doing what you do. Well, you said rock truth or nothing. Oh, okay. But I just love the tribe. I love the village. I tell people my village runs deep, y'all. Y'all really getting to see and experience what this thing is all about. This first story, right? And then where we all going to be? See, I didn't get a chance to do this. So from yesterday, it's not like a JetBlue holiday. So we're going to be seeing you guys at the CYWC Expo 2025 in Philadelphia on December 13th.
Yes,
go to Bit.ly. Yeah, Beverly put it in the chat. Bit.ly/CYWC Expo 2025. Listen, you're going to see all of the BSAs from book 1, book 2, book 3. Listen, maybe just a little birdie said there might even be a book 4. But okay, anyway, I digress. So anyway, Queen, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was an honor to meet you, Queen Erica. Thank you so much again.
Oh, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Mary, listen, as soon as you started talking, I knew this was going to be good. I said, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. Good job, Carolyn. I see what you did there.
It's like a family reunion here. It's like a family reunion. It's a family reunion.
Yo,
I saw
CYWC,
Tanisha
December
back there
13th
somewhere.
in
I know,
Philly.
right?
Is this the same? You doing the event again in
yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Philly on the
Yes, ma'am.
13th? Mary,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
come?
I am queen. I am
Okay.
gracing. Yes,
Roving reporter, here to report.
That part, yes.
come on, come on.
That
Mary,
part.
we do this together. Seriously. Come
Yes,
on,
ma'am.
let's do it together. Let's talk after this. Let's talk after this. I'll
Say
get your information. I'll get your information from Carolyn. You'll hear from me. Let's plan this out.
yes, ma'am.
All
Absolutely.
right,
Thank
all right, all
you.
right. So I
Roger
know
that.
yeah, so thank you, Queen. Thank you, Queen. Thank you. All right, all right, all right. So let's see, where are we at? We are here. Look, it's just me and you
Oh,
now. Let's do this
it's
thing,
me.
right?
Okay, Roger
Look,
that.
we didn't even design it this way, but it just
I
worked this way, right?
know.
We're each other's like mirror image, right? We're each other's mirror
Yes.
image at this point. Listen, 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 Linda, listen, listen, listen. I told him I need a Linda up in here.
Yes.
Listen, we are down to our last final three. Can we say final three? Can we put
The
final three in the
final
chat?
three.
Final three. Listen, I know people are here, they are waiting, and we are listen, we got these stories have to come out. These ladies have worked so hard over the past 5-6 months to
Mm,
get to this point. So we have to give them their flowers. We got to give them their moments, right? Because everybody's voice is important.
mm,
Everybody's voice counts, right? And so I love the flow that you ladies have been doing. And so
mm.
we're going to rock this thing out with our final three. Let me see
Yes.
what people have been putting in this chat. They've been saying fine. Yep, I see it. I see it. As it's rolling, final three, final three. Yes, this is deep. I'm seeing some shout outs out here. I'm seeing some amazing folks. Listen, one of my legendary speakers, Les Brownlee. I see Miss Moray on
Mm,
here. What's going on? Shout out to her. She just released her book,
mm.
about thriving on November 1st. Her book will be coming out. So listen, we here to win. We here to win, 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 no matter what. Okay, anyway. So
Look, I was
wake
about
up
to
now.
start
Now I
singing
see
with
you,
you, but I was like,
SK Junior. SK Junior like this, like when is my time coming? It's coming soon.
it's coming.
I see you backstage. She like this, like, I'm just here. I'm just here. I'm just here. But before we come back to her, I'm just so excited to bring this one because we started off with over in Africa, over in Nigeria, right?
Mm,
So we was in Nigeria. Then we went to Haiti. I heard you, Marlene. Marlene
mm.
told me that I can't talk about any other country, but I have to always start with Haiti. So yes, I'm from Jam. I am an honorary Haitian, but
Hey.
I'm also an honorary Bahamian. I'm also an honorary Guyanese, but me also an honorary Bajan.
Hey, you got that accent down, sis.
Yeah, because I got lots of friends in a lot of places. Shout out to our brother, our Caribbean brothers and sisters in Jamaica. My heart is going out to all of you and anyone else who was on the path. So just want
Mhm.
to make sure that we keep them in our prayers to today and a lot of days going forward because there's a
Yes,
lot that has to be done. But
yes,
yeah, but we're here for them. But
yes.
but since we've spoken about the islands, the
Mm,
islands,
the island.
islands. We heard from Haiti.
Mhm, mhm.
And now today, we're going to hear from Barbados. And we're going to bring up Miss Tanya. Miss
Oh,
Tanya
China
Bam to the
coming
stage.
through. How you doing? Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Hi. So happy to be here. Yes,
Yes.
I've not I hear everybody talking about Carolyn and this karate chop, but that was not my experience at all. It was just pure encouragement and love. So
Thank
I
you,
Amen.
just like
Tanya.
the
Thank
karate
More
you.
chop
like a
love
soft
too.
chop.
Give me the karate chop, right?
Oh, but I still did a soft chop. Okay. All
Like a
right. Okay.
soft.
Oh, yeah, so I'm happy to be here. I'm really happy. My
Yeah.
journey when
Oh,
I met Carolyn through the last book when my fellow Bajan Melinda was in it, and I thought I was going to support Melinda, not knowing that I was walking into something that will lead me here. So I'm
Yes.
excited.
You
Yeah,
never know. You never know. So now we know where you're from. Tell us a
yeah,
little bit about your story and her story. Three.
yeah, sure. My story is called um it's love. It's about love. Yes, and it's a story of realignment and healing. It's love never fails. And for me, the story just speaks about my from my childhood right through, just about God's love really. And my hope is that persons would see how, how God loves us and how he's determined and he's intentional with us. I don't think there's a human being who exists who doesn't want to be loved. And that desire was placed there. And it's not only that, we also are called to love. And that's what I focused on in the story because that is like it's a commandment basically to love God and to love others. But if it's one thing my journey has taught me is just as important to love yourself. And it's the three cannot exist without each other. So that's why it says love others as you love yourself. And my story is basically about that. It's about how that was always a deep desire from a child, but thankfully was exposed at a young age to Jesus. And even though
Yes.
I might have had my journeys along the way and made my mistakes, how he's taken even those and used them to realign me back with him. And I'm still in the process. We all are. And I'm thankful for it. Some days are difficult, some days are easy. But if it's one thing I have the assurance of, is that I serve a God whose intentions for me are good, whose purpose for me is good. That He has a hope. His plans for me are one of hope, are one of success, and that looks so different. Sometimes we think success might be material or it might be like these great accomplishments, but I really think success is walking in purpose, understanding that you're here for a reason, understanding that we're here to connect. And that's why I love platforms like this, and that's why I love opportunities like this, and that's why I appreciate being part of this because this is really what this is. This is like connection. This me telling my story was very personal for me. It was very intimate. I kept it close. Very few people knew, and a whole bunch of people found out like 3 days ago. 'Cause I would come on and see, come join the link, come join our little party. Because I really was guarding it because to me it was about me and my walk. It was about how intimate God is. And that's not a personal story. I believe that could be a story for every human being. And that's really what I would like people to gain from what is written. And I mean, we sit here and we hear everybody else's story, and it's so awesome. I really look forward to meeting everyone in person. I really look forward to the lives that are touched as a result of this book. I know book two touched me. I know book one touched me after I met Alana and so on, and just seeing the women behind the stories. And I am excited.
Mm.
Yeah.
Man, I could really tell your excitement. And I really think that your story is touching about love. I don't think, like Carolyn, like I really don't think that love is talked about enough. The basic building blocks, you know what I mean, to give, to reciprocate love, to give and to receive.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You are definitely, like you say, you're getting all of this love, right? You
Yes.
said you just kind of like there's been a theme listen, Erica, there's been a theme for the ladies, for your sisters. They were like, I did a thing. None of them told anybody what they were doing, and they just busted out like, I did a thing.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah. Because doing the thing is definitely doing the dang on thing.
Doing a
It's
dang
Yeah.
true. Sometimes you just got to do it.
You
Yeah.
just gotta do it. Just look, dive in the deep
Absolutely.
end. Dive in the deep
Absolutely.
end. Look, we even
Yeah.
got look from look, all this love you getting, all this
Yeah.
love. Hey Tanya, you getting, hey, they didn't even know why they was here. They just here.
Oh, so
You getting
good.
all the love, all the love, all of. I'm trying to get this other. There's a couple other ones over here. I'm trying to make sure that you see that they were here for you. So there we go. Last one, I think.
Yes.
So anyway, so listen, I'm just super proud of you. When I tell you the growth, not just in you, but in everybody, everybody
Mm,
has been, their growth has been exponential. Like, can we say exponential? Like
mm,
this thing, like, listen, great job, ladies. Yes, thank you. Dishes with a Haitian twist. Yo, where you at? I need some dish with a Haitian twist. Okay, because I've had
Some good food.
some yeah, I had some Haitian food already. I need some more. Okay, all right. Along with my Bayesian food. Okay. Along with my Bahamian food. I'm just saying, I'm just a little bit everywhere. Listen,
facts.
facts,
Hungry?
facts. Okay. Shout out to all of our queens from Her Story 1, Her Story 2, all of our, island sisters, and the Bayesians are kind of taking over, and Alana. Anybody who meets Alana, she will tell you that I'm the first chapter.
Yeah.
I'm the first Bayesian.
In the first.
I am the first woman from the Caribbean. I am the first. That's she's our little feisty one, but I
Yeah.
love her because
So
she's
do
like,
I.
yes. Look,
So do
Alice is
I.
like, yes, yes. So listen, thank you so much for saying yes. Right. Once
Mm,
again, be ready. Everything I always tell the ladies is be ready because you never know. You never know
Mhm.
when a phone call might come. You never know when you have to now share your story. You will
mhm,
Mhm.
see, these stories, and this is for everybody, these stories, and you even heard Erica say it earlier today. Like, these stories give us fuel. These stories empower us and they inspire us. Just when we think our story is like the end of the world,
Mhm.
and then we hear her story. And it's like,
mhm.
oh wow. And then I hear her story and I'm like, oh wow. And I'm like, okay, let's put things in
Mhm.
perspective. If she can still have this smile and she just told me what she been through, I'm good.
Mm,
I'm more than good. This little
Mhm.
thing is nothing in comparison. So, and that's the power of all of our stories. Listen,
yes.
listen. Here we go. Here we go. April, she's like facts, right? 100%, 100%. That's our BSA. That's April.
Yeah.
Listen, the Jamie said, keep sharing, and inspiring. Yep, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this one story at a time, every single continent, until I can get a penguin. Then we can count on 7 continents. But for right now, I got 6. Okay, that's what we got. I digress. I
Listen,
digress.
Antarctica connects.
I
I'm
digress.
like,
But
Carolyn, I
yeah, do
know
you have
you
a question for
remember.
time? Hmm?
Wait, Carolyn, I have to say, I know you remember me saying that Carolyn Wilson is an action word.
Yes,
Mhm.
you did say that.
Carolyn Wilson is an action word. I promise you. I don't even get on Facebook. Like, you know what I'm saying? I get a ding or whatever. But every time I turned around, this child was on a plane, train, or automobile off to somewhere. An action word. You know
An
what I
action.
mean?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Amen.
yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I would like to know, where do you see yourself going from here? What's your next move? What can you tell the people like where are you going next?
I'll be honest. Right now, I am just my next move is what I believe. Right now, I'm just in a place where I just want to hear and
Mm,
act in obedience. That's the truth. Like things are still moving for me. Things are still being set in place for me.
yes,
There's still
yes.
some dynamics that I'm working out. But my thing is, I want my ears to be sharpened, that I can
Mm,
hear that when I do make a move, it's the one that's been ordained and blessed. That's where I
mm,
am right now in my walk. But the
uh,
truth is, I know whatever the next move is going to be bright. I know
okay.
it's going to be well intended, and I know it's going to be fruitful. That's what
Mhm.
I'm convinced of. So that's where I'm resting right now. And
Mhm.
it's hard because I learning to be patient.
Mhm.
I learning to, because I think where some of my errors were in the past. You know,
Yes.
you grab things, you're trying to make things happen on your own. So right
Yes.
now I'm in a place where it's like, nope, I'm not doing it on my own. I'm not forcing anything. I'm just waiting and trusting that
Mhm.
God has my steps. He's clearing my path. He's making my path straight.
Yes. Yes.
Trusting, submit out your ways to Him, and He make your path straight. That's the journey I'm on now.
Mm.
So
Iron sharpens iron.
Iron
yeah,
sharpens
Iron
iron.
sharpens iron.
yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so, so much. We are honored to have you come on and share your
And
story and
I'm
share your
honored to be.
vision.
Thank you.
And she
Amen.
will be at the
I
CYWC Expo.
Hey,
like this bar. I know when my plane land. I know when it leaves.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't
I
wait.
will be
Can't wait.
there.
Can't wait. There she
And
goes.
I
She
can't
drops it down. Bitly.
yes, yes.
Forward that CYWC Expo 2025. Get your tickets. Get your tickets. Get your tickets. And meet all of these queens in
Yeah.
person. All right.
Mhm.
Thank you, Tanya. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Woo! You're welcome. Erica. I'm just saying. I'm
Like
just
this
saying.
is look, I have never been so glad to have just said yes. Like, listen, I literally had nothing to bring to the table. But I am over here getting fat eating. Okay.
Listen.
Like incredible, incredible group of ladies. Incredible group. My hats off.
Yeah.
Incredible group.
Yeah, and let me talk about credible group. You know, we
Yeah.
down to our final two, but this one, she's been so patient. Like I said, she had to wake her up. We didn't even know. Like she's superwoman, right? She's a
Mm,
superwoman. She got two
mm.
little babies. She gets up early in the morning. Yes, she's here with us. Listen, let's just call her up now. I call
Oh,
her Special K Junior, but you know, because I'm Special K, and I'm Special K, and she's my Special K Junior. Going to bring up none other than, and I know her family, everybody been waiting for her. Let's bring up Nana. What's your name? Oh, Nana.
oh, beautiful.
Naima.
You hear
Yay.
me?
Yeah,
Yes,
we can
yes,
hear
we
you.
Yes.
can.
We
Hey,
can hear
Queen.
you.
Hi,
Hey,
hi,
Queen.
hi. Yes, I am tired, y'all, but I'm bringing the energy, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I gotta bring the energy regardless. So I'm gonna go into the 2-minute pitch because I
Yes.
Go
had
for it.
cleared and
All right.
everything. Then I'll
Come
take the
on.
question at the end. Okay.
Okay, the stage
Absolutely.
is yours. Go for it. Bam.
Okay. So my name is Naima Johnson. I am from North Philadelphia in Pennsylvania. I was raised in an impoverished inner city neighborhood, but I did grow up in a 2-parent household.
Mhm.
My mom kept me in church. I sung on the choir. I served on the youth committee, and I even served on a church council as a young adult. And that
Mhm.
is how I know Sister Carolyn. So
Mhm.
that nickname, Special K and Special K Junior, she was my youth counselor my whole life until I
Mhm.
aged out of the youth program at the church. So she literally watched me grow up, and she was Special K, and I was always like right behind her. So I was
Mhm.
Special K Junior. My father, he kept me enlightened with history and social justice. Knowledge of self was very important in my household. My father wanted to make sure that I had pride in being an African American woman and that
Mhm.
I was aware of what my experience in this society would be like as an African American woman.
Mhm.
Both of my parents instilled in me the importance of education. And though I had two parents instilling these awesome things in me, they also were exposing me to unhealthy behaviors. Some of these unhealthy behaviors stem from alcoholism and intimate partner violence.
Mhm.
As a child, I didn't understand that our childhood traumas influence our decisions into adulthood. Little did I know the
Mhm.
same behaviors that I watched growing up, I would be experiencing in my own relationships. I had
Mhm.
complete, I spent 9 years in a toxic, abusive relationship for all of my adolescence. I
Mhm.
had completely transitioned into motherhood by 19 years old. I gave birth at
Mhm.
17 and at 18. All of this was happening while I'm trying to navigate this toxic relationship and also just be a regular teenager. So my chapter is titled The Womanification of Naima. So I did a
Mhm.
play on words and I took adultification and I replaced it with womanification. So the chapter goes into a specific event that happens or a specific attack that happens during that 9-year toxic relationship. And it also talks about the connection between my childhood trauma and my adult experiences. So today I stand before you with a bachelor's degree in sociology, a master's degree in education, and I'm earning another master's degree in psychology. I taught middle school for 5 years, and now I am a social worker for gun violence victims. So today I stand before you as a single mom of 3, because I have 3 little ones now. And though this is not where I plan to be at 30 years old, this is where God has brought me, and I trust his plan completely. I was scared to tell my story for a long time, but my experience in my career as a teacher and a social worker, my experience in 2 long-term toxic relationships, and my healing journey have all shown me that there's power in every story. So when I tell my story, I heal myself, I heal my mother, and I heal my daughter.
Mm, mm, mm. Oh, the last line. Oh, the last line. I never even thought about the ways of healing, that who you're touching like that. You know what I mean? As you can see, this last, like, through this, Carolyn, I'm sorry, I have been listening. It's been so heavy. I have been like, let me glean. You know what I mean? This young lady, you are impressive. And you know what I said, to be able to articulate your story in the way that you do.
Thank you.
It is for the masses. I do believe that. The way that you are articulating yourself. Carolyn, what questions do you have for her?
Listen, I just want to give her flowers, right? You giving all kinds of hearts and loves and, and an awesome healing journey. And I'm just so proud of you, right? Like I'm proud of everybody. But like she said, I'm her little, she's my little
Yes.
fire
Yes.
engine because it's just hot, 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 hot. So listen, that's what happens. But listen, to watch her, even from being a little toddler, and just kind of being this little kid that I used to pick with because she used to sit in front of me on the pews, right? And and she just was just looking, always looking sad, and she never really spoke a lot. She just looked around. Kind of reminds me of my Jennifer, but it's because now you made this. When all those things are happening, it silences our kids, right? My daughter went through the same thing, right? And I went through the same thing too, because I was one of those kids that was just, they would say, oh, they're shy and they're not talking, they're not speaking, right? But it's because of other things that's going around that shapes who you start to become and
Right. Right.
realize who we truly are. And even with Lima and then being her youth leader and being her counselor, at church for many years and traveling with her and just watching her grow and watching her, also make some of the same mistakes that I know I've made or just not, we're not going to say mistakes, right? We're just going to say just going down different paths, right? Just going down a different path and needing to learn on that road. The only thing I could do is just be there and be an example. Because my story was no different than her story. But I had to do more for myself to make sure I was an example so she can see something that she can hook onto and aspire to, right? And not just her, but it's for everybody, right? And that's the role that she's now taking on. That's the role she's now taking on. So each one teach one. Look, she's also a teacher. I'm just super proud of you.
Wait, former teacher.
Always a teacher.
Always, yes.
A teacher.
Yeah, always a teacher.
So I'm a former teacher too, but once a teacher, always a teacher, right? And I know your parents are super proud of you and your family is proud of you. And listen, your community is proud of you because that's who we do this for, right? We don't really do it for us. We do it for others. And that last line was a bar.
Mic drop.
That was
Thank you.
That was a whole mic drop. Listen, look at this. Telling her story heals herself, her mother, and her daughter. Sounds like generational healing.
Yes, that's the goal.
That's way to sum that up. Yes, absolutely, generational healing. Yes, yes, yes. I am encouraged, and I'm happy to see the seeds that you are planting now. I'll wait for the harvest. I'll wait to see what it brings up. I am encouraged by the seeds that you are planting. So cheers to you and my hat's off to you. Roger that.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. You did it. You stayed up. Thank you. And you know what? Let this feeling that you have get you through tomorrow when you wake up at 5:30 in the morning. Just be like,
I know.
I'm still happy.
Yes.
Because
Listen, pray that I don't be yelling at them kids, okay?
now just remember, Naima, just say, you know what? I did a thing.
You did
Yes.
things.
I did a thing. Well,
You
go
did
ahead
many
and get you some
things.
sleep,
You've
get you
done
some
many
rest.
things.
She did
Thank
a thing
you.
thing. She did a thing. All right. Love you back, and there's nothing you could do about it. That part.
Mm.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
this has just been
This has
so.
been so encouraging to me and healing to me. I can't express that enough, Carolyn. Like, you blessed me by just asking me to,
And we didn't even know we were dressing alike. We were like mirror images of each other,
you
right?
know, like, it's meant to be. It was supposed to be. Like,
It was
you know what I'm
supposed
saying?
to
I
be.
grabbed this at the last minute, like on the way out my bedroom door. I was like, let me grab this real quick. It is the last minute decision. I promise you, man. Carolyn,
Hey,
thank you.
listen. I know you guys are still out there. We got powerful. We got proud of you, ladies. Hey, Miss Glass again. Look, your sisters are here. Look, calling you. You're such a light. You know, she even got a comment about her being such a light. Naima, I don't know if she's here, but listen. Powerful flowers. Healing journey. Each one, reach one. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
I can't even keep up with half of this stuff on here. And just, powerful. So we are down to our last stop. But just last but not least, but just know we ain't going nowhere, right? Her story lives on. It lives on in me. It lives on in you. But we're gonna bring up. We're gonna do one thing again. Right? That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do one more again.
One more again.
Okay, look, Naima, like, yeah, one more again. We're gonna try this one more again. I'm gonna bring up the Miss Bev Brooks for a second, right? Before we bring up our last one for one more again. So, Miss Brooks.
Yes.
So what's our tally out there in WBNC world and WBNC land?
All right, our tally right now, we got the US all day, every day. We got India, we got Finland, we got Germany, Iran, Japan, Mexico, Russia, Spain, UK, and Sweden.
Worldwide.
Yes.
Worldwide. We taking this message world. When I told these ladies, I said we about to introduce your story to the world. Wasn't joking. Ring the alarm going by again because this is hot. I gotta use the sound effects as they come. That's what happens when you live in the inner city. Guaranteed. There is a firehouse like a couple blocks away from my house. So whatever. It is what it is. So hey, I'm just saying. Listen, what Tanya say? Tanya is like, everyone has done such an awesome job. Yes, from Kathy right down to Donna. Yep. Kathy kicked us off.
Yes.
Donna is going to bring us home. Now, listen, we had some technical difficulties, right? Because that happens. But watch how we pivot this thing. Watch how we pivot. Because that's what we do. We figure this stuff out. So we're going to give her the utmost. We're going to try this one again with Miss Donna. Let's bring her to the stage. She ready.
Can you hear me?
Yes! Hallelujah. Woo!
They can hear me. Oh my goodness.
Listen, we just make this thing do what it do. So
I am on my telephone.
Good.
So my angle is a little bit, but I lost the but
no worries.
The devil, I had to stomp the devil down because he didn't want to be told.
Because we said, listen, everybody's story. We're not new to this. We true to this. We know how to make, don't we, Bev? We know how. We know. No, we're not silencing anybody. I know we're supposed to have been done 30 minutes ago, but whatever. We're going to get stories out. Whatever. These women work hard within themselves, right? The forward to answer the call to yes. Many of them, well, we said talk about that double dutch, that back and forth, like, wait a minute, should I? Wait a second. Oh, okay. Oh, who going? Oh, I gotta tell my story. Oh, I don't want people, I don't want my family to know. I don't want them to know. It ain't for
Yeah.
they already know. They know your story, but it's not for them to tell it, it's for you. Because it's your healing, it's your freedom. So listen, if we gotta be here all night, I will be here all night. But we not, because she the last one. So okay, all right. So Donna, I'm gonna bring it up to you. The floor is yours. We've been waiting, last but not least. But I think this is by design. So here we go. God wanted to see how obedient we were all going to be in this space. So now, come forth with your story.
Okay, my name is Donna L. Preston. I'm from New Jersey, USA, and I'm just so happy to be here. I said yes, yes, Lord, say yes, yes, Lord, say yes, yes to your will, yes to your way, yes to your war every day. Yes, 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 and I said yes when I saw. I came from a women's wellness retreat in August. And I was trying to find my way, trying to find out what my next chapter was. I'm recently retired school teacher. And I just saw an overflow in that meeting, that retreat. And it enabled me to share my overflow. Okay, I was so inspired, and I was excited about doing that. And then it wasn't a week after that I was told about this workshop, a signing shop from my first lady. And I was at this book signing, and that's where I met Dr. Carolyn Wilson. And I'll tell you more about that later, but I eventually said yes. She asked me about my story. And so my chapter in this book is called He Wouldn't Let Go. And it's a self-care chapter. I went through a very sudden, I had a good life, but I went through a sudden tragic incident in my life. And at the blink of an eye, everything just changed, just overnight. And I wouldn't let go. Everything was a blur. I wouldn't let go of God because he wouldn't let go of me. He just held me tight and guided me along my way. I talk about my self-care because I just was going through the motions. Everything was a blur the whole year after that. And I was taking care of everybody else but me. I was going to work. I was doing my ministries, and I was taking care of family and not taking care of myself. And so at one point, God just said, you got to take care of yourself. People was telling me that, especially my mother, you got to take care of yourself. So in my chapter, I talk about how I did that, how I survived, and how I thrived, and how I had to take care of myself emotionally, physically, and spiritually. I just had to get it done. And it was with God by my side. And most people don't know your story. So some of them really do know your story. But for me, it had to be told because I wanted to share it with my family to help others. Okay. God is a restorative God, and he's just an awesome God, and he can heal you, your mind, body, and soul. And I wanted to share my experiences with others, share my overflow. Um, I can keep going on and on, but I need you to get that chapter and read the book. Be encouraging. It is encouraging because no one knows your story but you, and no one can tell it but you.
Right.
I don't know if you have any questions.
We'll turn this over to you, Erica, because I know you've been writing copious notes. You taking all this in.
Listen, I know I don't want you to give too much of your chapter that you've written. But if you wouldn't mind just sharing just one pivoting point, what was the most, I would say the most impactful pivoting point, like the smallest thing that gained the biggest return?
The smallest thing was knowing that I had to draw near to God, and He would draw near to me. Um, I use my likes and the things that I like to do to help bring me back into the here and the now. My love of music, my love of faith, my love of giving to people. I just had to dial it back some and take care of myself. Um, and then I ran across one of my favorite scriptures, which were many, was that Isaiah said, "Behold, I am doing a new thing. Don't you see it? I can make, you know, I can make rivers in the desert and in wasteland. Um, I can make a way for you." And so I hung and clung on to that and stayed in God's hands, and just let Him hold me close. And I do want to say, that when He does pull you out and He pulls you through, and you think you got it all made and everything, guess what? There's going to be some other mountains to climb. There's going to be some other rivers to cross. But having your faith in God and know that He can do anything and everything, and it's all in His timing. I realized that God wasn't finished with me yet. He wanted me to share with others, and at the same time, my family was going through things, and we still are, and so I just want to give back to them. And I was at the time. I was teaching my high school students. I'm a teacher, retired teacher. And coming back, I was like, I've been retired for 36 years. And now I'm trying to figure out my next chapter. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And this past summer, I was trying to find that. And then I ran into Miss Carolyn, Dr. Carolyn Wilson, and she was telling me about her storybook, and how women's stories can change people's lives. You can pass it on. And she said, "What's your story?" And I'm like, "I don't know. It's like so much going on." She said, "Just start talking." And so I started talking, and I ended up, talking about that incident in my life where, I witnessed the first love of my life. I witnessed that loss, and I started talking about that. And Dr. Carolyn Wilson was just pacing and rocking and smiling, and I'm like, "What is up with this lady?" And then I said, "I'm just trying to figure out what my next chapter in life is. What my next chapter." She said, "That's the name of my book." And I said, "No, it isn't. You just saying that." And she said, "No, I'm not. That's the name of my next book. Her story, Healing, Empowered, Resilient. It's the third book." And she said, "You know what? I want you to write a story in it." And I'm like, and she just kept saying, "Say yes, say yes." And I was like, I wasn't there. I'm trying to wrap my head around it. What do I write about? She says, "Your story, you can write about whatever you want." And so, yes, I said yes. Yes, Lord, to your will and to your way. Every day I say yes.
Yeah.
And if you want to find out how and what I did to say yes, get the book. Get the book, Her Story 3. Yes, yes.
I'm
God
sorry.
bless you all. I'm so
speechless.
thankful that I made it on.
Yes, finally, like we said, the best for last. Listen, we wasn't gonna leave you behind. We was not, because we let them know we gonna figure this out. We gonna keep it moving. We gonna figure this out. Like, don't stress. We got this. We got each other, because I am my sister's keeper. I am my brother's keeper. We got each other's back. Like, this is what we do when you are part of this community. When you are part of our sisterhood. We're looking out for each other. We're not going to leave anybody behind, because we all are at this table together.
Yeah.
Even if you just brought the napkins, you still contributed.
Hey, that would be me.
She ain't even bring the whole fork set. She just brought the forks, not the fork, knife, and spoon, just the forks. Well, listen. So much. I want to thank you for being patient and just being and still coming with this energy and this great spirit. It's like, we're going to get this thing done anyway. Right. And
Yeah.
this is what being ready is all about, right? This is what being ready is all about. Let me see. We got some comments up in here. Continue to allow God to use you. Amen. And then, yes, tonight was really awesome. Powerful women. Continue to tell your story. Blessings. And I just want to send a shout out to everyone who's here tonight, who's been on since the beginning, who just jumped on, or you just go back and watch things that you missed. Just because we're here, and I appreciate because you're listening to these women just pour their hearts out and share what they've been keeping for so long. But now it's time to move on to their next chapter. So Donna, so thank you. Where's she going? Flipping. All right, we're gonna bring you back in I know, right? I'll bring you back in a second. Thank you so much, Donna. Thank you so much. So yes, we got beautiful all in this together. Listen, we got awesome stories. Yes. And then who remember the number? Who's been here all day? Who remember the number of stories we had between her story 2? Oh, don't forget him story, and now him story 3. Who knows that number of stories? Do 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 do. Nobody knows. Many blessings to all the beautiful ladies. Didn't know what to expect, but it was such a pleasure. Yes. Yeah. Man, well, listen, they said we don't even care. Can't wait to read the book. We got the numbers are coming in. The numbers are coming in. Bam, 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 90. Yes. Is it like, here's the thing, the power of your story. And I need whoever's out there listening, because you just sitting back, you listen, you came to support, but you didn't know you was about to get ministered to today, did you? But they ain't even know. Because Erica didn't know. See, it's all the setup. Oh, we remember that before, right? The setup. Everything is the setup. In order for us to press forward, you know why you got to press forward? Because you get access granted. Where you gonna get access granted at, Bev? Show them where they're gonna get access granted at. Where they gonna get access granted at?
Mighty gang flagging. You know we done got all these messages through the darn comments. It done so you got to go to bit.ly/CYWC Expo 2025.
That part right there. You know, so holiday, that's where you're going to wind up. And then you're going to see all of the BSAs from Her Story 3. They're going to do a book signing. We're going to actually introduce and we're going to celebrate them in person. You get their autographs, their Joan Hancocks or whatever they got, right? And then you're going to also see this one over here is a roving reporter, you know, from Her Story 2. Oh, we're going to have some Her Story 2 folks in the building. We're going to have Her Story 1 folks in the building. And we even going to have our kings, our hymn story in the building. Yes. It's going to be a day to celebrate all. Celebrating You Women's Conference and Expo. It's year 11 at the Pennsylvania Convention Center. I am just so excited to bring this back and just keep this. Listen, I can't even get my words together. Just be there. Get your ticket. It's a thing. Oh, and a little sidebar. If you want to, you know, grace the stage, yeah, we still got a few more slots for some speakers. I'm just saying. All the information is if you go to that link, you'll be able to find out how you can apply to be a speaker and grace the stage that the greats have graced, such as. Did I tell them? Do I tell them, Bev? I mean, they'll see it when they go to the link, but, you know, we had, you know, I mean, greats like, you know, myself, I'm just saying, and all of the BSAs, yes, but then we also had Mr. Mamie Baby's boy. Who knows who Mamie's baby boy is? Who know that? Put it in the chat. I know who it is. Who's Mr. Mamie Baby boy? That part right there. Let me see if anybody know. Get down on it. Get down on it. God's grace has healed you and allowed you to touch others. Yes. Mr. Mamie Baby's boy, which is Mr. Les Brown. So listen, you get to be in this kind of community, this kind of space. Listen, you just need to be in a place. That's all I'm going to tell you. But I'm just going to have a moment. If that's okay. Can I have a moment, y'all? Can I just have like one moment? Just one moment.
Take your time.
I'll take my time. Let me just have a moment. Yep. Oh, here we go. Look. Somebody finally got it. Well, I really enjoyed both and think. There we go. Leslie. That's right. His name is Leslie. Leslie Brown. So, in this space, I Beverly, help me out. Okay. In this space, my thing is covering me up. I can't highlight me. Yeah. Can you highlight me, please?
I'm trying to figure
I
out
gotta,
how
I
where
gotta, I need, huh?
I'm trying to figure out where you go.
It's in a, because the timer is covering it, so I can't do it for myself. Wait a minute. Hold up. Can I? Oh, there I go. Oh, I put me in the middle. Hey, I just learned something new. Bam. Never mind. Did it myself. Here we go. Okay, so I just wanted to. I know I got issues, y'all. Y'all ain't figured this out, but I just want to just be so appreciative of everybody. Here's the thing. Once again, I said, I don't know who's listening to this, who needs to hear this. You need to hear this. If you heard anything from tonight that resonated with you, I want you to just put me in the chat. If you heard anything in these 2 hours and 35 minutes, put me in the chat. If you heard something that just struck a chord, it hit you in your spirit, and you're like, me. Look at the me's. Me, Deborah, Marcia, Kelly, Dawn, Dr. Wynn, me, Tanya, me. You're not alone. So I need you to understand that there's power in your story. If you can see how these ladies have touched you just with them sharing their truth, and you see how radiant they are, and you see how now they have allowed this thing that was holding them down to be lifted, this veil to be uncovered, just imagine what it can do for you. We are at 90 stories. That's just in the books. We're not even going to touch on the thousands of people, of souls that have been touched in a way to allow them to be free. Every time I open my mouth, it's not for me, it's for you. Because if you can understand and see how my life is, it's only by the grace of God, because I gave him my yes. Like these ladies they said they gave me their yes. They gave their yes to themselves. They gave themselves permission to be exactly what God has designed them to be. But life circumstances was creating this cloud over them. Even in the midst of their mess, they were able to produce their best, because God knew and God knows what we're all capable of. We heard yesterday about the assignment. That's one of the things that have come to me before about the assignment. The assignment in the alignment of all of us. And that's what I'm going to say, all of us. So as I bring all of us back up, I need you to understand that your story matters. Don't hide your story from anyone, not even yourself, because there is someone waiting for what you are holding on to. So just imagine, I'm putting, when the ladies turn their cameras on, we'll bring you guys up one by one. As you see the power of all of our stories, Bev, can you pull people up if I missed them? As we are pulling people in to show you as a visual of the power of your tongue can speak power, or it can speak life, or it can speak death. The demise of you, the demise of your existence. We heard about tilling the garden. We heard about just womanifications. We heard about, who else we heard? We heard Oh, we got this whole thing about Fam Jam, about a powerful woman. You're looking at us all because of our stories. So just imagine if I didn't tell mine. I want y'all to sit with that for a second. Just imagine if I didn't tell mine. We wouldn't even be here. You wouldn't be listening. You wouldn't be writing. You wouldn't be thinking and contemplating on, I think I'm ready. I'm going to give my yes, even when I don't know what I'm saying yes to. Even though I'm a little afraid and I'm scared and I'm uncertain, but I'm certain that it can't be any worse than what I've already been through. So I'm going to give my yes. I want you today, you already said you acknowledge something. And this is for those who are listening on WBNC. I know you can't put it, but I want you to just energetically, if you are ready to now tell something that you have never told anyone before, even if you tell one person, you already told us by saying me, but I want a collective yes. Are you going to give God your yes to release that thing that no longer serves you? We heard about cutting off and pruning something because it's not going to grow. So what are you going to prune so you can grow? And just know it may take a year, may take 2, may take 3, it may take a while before you can see the fruit of your yes. But just trust the process. So will you give your yes? If you give your yes, put it in the chat. I want you to see the power of all of our yeses and what our yeses will do. So this is her story. Her story 3. I'm still looking for the yeses. Just because I'm talking don't mean I'm not looking. But I want you guys to know that this her story is something that I almost did not give my yes to. I almost ran from this. But look at the power. All when you can give your yes. All when you can just trust the envision that God gives you. So I want you to visualize this and walk with me for a second. I was in Miami last year because, as you heard, I'm always everywhere, right? I'm an action word. I was in Miami at an event with the Les Brown, and our BSA sister from Bahamas was there. And I went there to support her. And I remember in the back in the bathroom, there was this picture, and I have it. I'm going to find it and I'm going to pull it up somewhere. Not today. But there was this picture, and it had all these circles in it. And the way it was designed, it was like row after row after row after row of circles. And the vision came to me quite clear. And I told Alexandria, I said, the next group of ladies are going to be in circles. And I went, and that's it. I just said the next book, the ladies are going to be in circles. That's all I said. And here we are, what, a year later, year and a half later. And as we're doing the Her Story 3, and we're getting the flyer together with everyone, and we're getting the back cover together. And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot I got to do circles. And I'm like, I'm not doing circles. We're going to use the squares that we already have, plug and play, keep it moving. And then now we're here on this platform. And I'm like, Bev, where are these circles coming from? How did we got circles? I can't change the circles. We usually have squares. I'm trying to figure out how to change the circles and put it to squares. So then eventually I put it to a square. And then it was like, the circle was different. Let me just put the circle back up. Totally forgot about what I just told y'all earlier. And it wasn't until yesterday when we were all up here looking like this, I went, the next group of authors will be in circles. Pay attention to what God gives you. Trust it. Believe in it. Don't ask any questions about it. God knows your beginning and your end. He understands the infinity of us being in these circles. Just trust the process. So listen, yes, we got all these yeses. We're in our circles. It's full circle. It's so many things. I needed for you to understand the power in that. And so now the other power in this, the reason why we have this name of her story 3, the next chapter, is because of this queen right here. My grandmother, who just turned 97 years young last week. We just celebrated with her on Saturday. And so when I talked with her earlier in this year, and I asked her, and I said, I want to put you in my book. And she's like, me? I said, yeah, you have some wisdom to share. And so I told her, yeah, because, we have her story too, heal, empower, resilient. And I said, yeah, it's, you said it was, and she said, I said, yeah, you said it was, the last chapter or something. Yeah, TLC, play on words, I like acronyms, that works. And when I talked with her back in March, she's like, oh, no. It's not the last chapter. It's the next chapter.
Mm-hmm.
It's the next chapter. And I said, well, where you get that from? She said, because after you've been healed, empowered, and resilient, after collectively together you're overcoming these obstacles, you're ready for the next chapter of your life. So just because of her, we are here with the next chapter. And if she can give us those words of wisdom at 97, it's the next chapter of all of our lives. She done seen some things, and so have all of you. So let's just take that and let's just run with that, okay? So I want to just once again say thank you. I just put her back out by mistake. I just want to say thank you once again for hanging with us, enjoying this time with us. And, last but not least, Bev, what's our, our WBNC folks? What's going on with them out there? Where are they at? Let's give them another shout out before we bounce out. Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
I think I'm tired.
I think we all are.
We got US, India, Finland, Germany, Iran, Japan, Mexico, Russia, Spain, the UK, Sweden, France,
yes,
Poland, and South Africa.
And South Africa, yes. Circles are infinity. Yes, I do see that. Thank you. Wow, thank you out there to WBNC land. Love it. And I was told that I have to share something with you guys. I've been holding on to stuff. Lord knows I be holding on to stuff. I don't even know how half this stuff get done half the doggone time. But this is something I've been holding on to. If you give me like 15 seconds. Can y'all give me 15 seconds to just share what's coming up next? All right, y'all ready? We're going to keep amplifying our voices. And let me show you how we're going to do it.
You want to live your life. Your voice is your choice and God is on your side. Wake up and magnify. Your voice is your choice, better speak your mind. Say what you want to live your life. Your voice is your choice and God is on your side.
Y'all didn't get it, did y'all? Y'all didn't get it.
I got it. I liked it.
You did. I don't think they got it, Bev.
So what did y'all notice that it was saying? What's about to happen?
Let's listen to it. Let's just listen to it.
It's about to blow up. Magnify your voices.
Yeah. Wake up and magnify. Your voice is your choice, better speak your mind. Say what you want to live your life. Your voice is your choice and God is on your side. Wake up and magnify. Your voice is your choice, better speak your mind. Say what you want to live your life. Your voice is your choice and God is on your side. Magnify. Yeah. magnify. Yeah.
So that's what that's what's coming down the pike, right? Our
Yay.
podcast, Magnified Voices. Listen, featuring another more, amazing people looking for you. You go to my link tree, you can apply to be featured on my podcast. That will be on all platforms, coming to all platforms near you. Already on Spotify, already, will be on iHeartRadio, will be on all those platforms. Magnified Voices. Listen, we're gonna keep our stories going. I'm the one about, if you tell your story, there's power in it. And so what more powerful than for us to magnify it. So listen, that is all I have for you ladies and gentlemen that are watching us this evening. Now the cat is out the bag. I've been, I got karate chops kicked. Then she's like, why are you still holding on to it? I'm like, all right, I guess I gotta release it. Yeah, you gotta release it. So sometimes, the chop comes back to me. So it's out there. Oh God. Okay. Give me strength to do one more thing, Lord. Thank you. Okay. All right. So ladies, the vision. So ladies, as we rock out, like I did last night, give everybody their one final thoughts. And we're gonna rock it. We're gonna kick it with the B master, Miss Deborah. Unmute.
Hello, ladies. I look forward to reading all of your stories. I hope that you'll be encouraged by mine. And just remember that whatever you choose to plant in your life, it's you that nourishes it, that causes it to come to fruition. And if it's not good for your garden, you can weed it out. But let's just grow and just be well. I look forward to reading all your stories.
All right. Thank you. And then my Haitian sister, Miss Marlene.
Well, ladies, it was a pleasure. Looking forward to seeing all of you in December. And just remember, you don't have to have it all together. You just
Amen.
Keep moving forward, keep pressing forward, no matter what the odds are. Just keep moving. Okay.
Press forward. That sounds like that was a theme, wasn't it, last year? Press forward. She knows because she was there. And CYWC 2025 gonna be this year. They got to go to CYWC Expo 2025. I had to put that out there again. There we go. What she just put right down there. So now we went from Haiti. Now we're gonna go straight to my other island sister, to the Bahamas. Barbados. Sorry, I got the bees mixed up. Barbados. Miss Tanya.
My mouse is doing its own thing. Yeah. All right. I just want to say thanks for having me a part of this, ladies. It was nice being here with you tonight. Just remember, his plans and his purposes for us are good. And I just want to encourage you to keep receiving the love and showing the love. All right?
All right.
You guys
all
too.
right. Woo, woo. Miss McNeely, you up next.
Hey. Well, what I want to say is, keep spreading love and kindness, because when those that are joined to us and they receive love and kindness, it's going to come right back. It's in a tenfold. It's going to keep spreading.
Going to keep spreading. There we go.
Yeah.
Miss Donna, it's you. Break us out in song. Woo.
All right. Say yes, say yes, say yes. Love on yourself. Say yes, say yes, say yes. And then you can be a better help. Okay. Hey. Love on each other, love on yourself, and love on God. Keep God in the picture. God bless you all. Can't wait to meet you all in person.
Yes,
love you.
Yes. and our roving reporter. Come on, bring it. My twin today, my mirror reflection, Miss Erica Joe.
Man, you guys, I'm trying to tell you, when Carolyn asked me to do this, I had nothing to bring to the table. I just said yes. And it has been the greatest decision that I have made today. I have sat at the table. I didn't bring anything, but yet I was filled. And I definitely take with me some of the things that you guys have said. And I think I'm saying yes to December 13th. I think I'll say yes. Carolyn, we'll talk, but I think. Yeah.
You know, there's always a seat at the table for you, Queen. Always,
Amen.
always, 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 always. And then to my, when you see her, you see me. When you see me, you see her. None other than the original Bev Brooks, bringing us live too on WBNC. Give us one last shout out to who's listening as we close out.
Oh my gosh, we got the US, India, Finland, Germany, Iran, Japan, Mexico, Russia, Spain, UK, Sweden, France,
Wow.
Poland, South Africa.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Bev, do your thing. Close us out, Queen.
It's your girl, Bev Brooks, WBNC Breaking Chains Radio. We'd like to thank y'all for listening and tuning into Her Story 3, the next chapter, virtual book pre-launch. For this year, we have 25 amazing women that have been doing their thing, and they're going to continuously thrive and be the greatness that they are to allow other people to heal, be empowered, and resilient. It's your girl, Bev Brooks, with this magnified herself right here on WBNC Breaking Chains Radio.
Breaking chains. Yes.
Yes.
Amen. 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 And listen, so everybody that's still here, and when you watch it on the replay and you got to go back and write your copious notes and get all those nuggets down, make sure that you are on the list, because guess what? We're going to be contacting you, right? And they're going to be letting you know, hey, the book is ready, the book is done. But make sure that you go to, I'm going to show you where you go. You're going to go right here. You're going to go to the same thing, the bit.ly/m/her story. And you're going to get ready to pre-order when this thing drops on 11/11. Powerful number, 11/11. 11/11, you are going to be able to get this book. You'll be able to get this ebook with all of these amazing queens on here. That's who we just introduced you to yesterday and today. 25. Actually, we wound up going over 23 because we were missing 2 queens. Oh my goodness, we was missing our queen to represent Mexico. She's all the way in California. So our Rebecca, and then we have Siobhan here in Pennsylvania. Due to other circumstances, they weren't able to be with us. But that you listen, you got all 25 of us. You're gonna get us. You're gonna learn us, and we are here. You can also go to this QR code that's on the screen right here, somewhere at the bottom, and you just go there, put your information in. And as soon as this thing drops, you will be the first to know. So, thank you guys. Peace. Love you. And it's nothing you can do about it. All right.
Love you, ladies. Have a great night.
Yes.